There we go. Now recording.
Hey, it's calling Justin a bitch so much.
Cock and ball torture.
There we go. With that out of the way. Last
Fuck,
time.
penis poop.
Last time
My
on
future
Thunder
child
and
is watching
Ice.
this. You're a loser.
Last time on Thunder Ice and everything nice, the party had arrived in Neverwinter. This is, of course, the party sans Blossom. But the party arrived in Neverwinter, and sort of got set up before their meeting with the Sons of Alagondar in hopes to locate Pell, because at the time, they didn't know where Pell went. Marcus got his memories back. Sedge visited the house of Father Augustus, as well as you learn some things regarding your status within Neverwinter, such as, while Sedge isn't wanted by the law, the community doesn't like Sedge anymore. But eventually, you guys met Bugsy, Marcus's little protege, played at the time by Kate. But you all were taken to meet with the Sons of
At the time?
Is he coming back?
Played by Kate at the time.
At the time!
Massive crush on Hello. Flash actively has that crush.
Yup.
When I imagine Bugsy looking up at Hello, I imagine that Adventure Time sound. Giant woman.
You mean
Steven
Steven
Universe.
Steven
Oh,
Universe.
really? Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
There's a whole song about it, dude.
yeah?
But Bugsy
But
took
you can't play for copyright reasons.
Nope.
Nope.
Bugsy took you to meet the Sons of Alagondar, as well as their contact within the Harpers.
Next.
You all met. You all discovered that Pell was not, in fact, kidnapped, but in a sort of last-minute, oh my god, we found the kid we've been looking for. Agreed to go to Neverwinter in sort of a last-minute deal, without enough
God.
time. Yeah.
It was the fucking, there's a kidnapping! There's a kidnapping! Yeah, like he's asleep!
God damn it.
Was not in fact a kidnapping, but Pell did go willingly. He's okay, and has convinced the Sons of Alagondar to give you a chance. You all agreed to help with his efforts to take down Daggle Neverember, as well as the sort of what's the word I'm looking for? The cavalcade of nobles that supports him. But additionally, you also learned that the Harper contact was one Angelica Foxlow, who is
Action mark.
legally still the wife of Marcus Blackblood.
Action mark.
Yeah. I believe we left off with all of you having finished up your meeting and heading out and heading back to the warehouse.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the wife was trying to, talk. Like, I feel like there was someone trying to catch us in a conversation as we were leaving.
I think Angelica had basically said, we'll talk later. Like, we have to talk about this, but this isn't the place, kind of a thing.
Right, to Marcus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure that was the case. We went a little bit late, so I think I had to cut us off at some point.
Yeah, and
That
we
sounded
right because
right,
you were gonna stop us right when we met right when Pell walked in, and we went no.
Yeah, you all aggressively went absolutely
We
not.
refused.
Right, and they're gonna look into seeing if my mom was legally disowned in terms of cannot have claim to fortune in any capacity.
Yep. Additionally, they told you, we're gonna rearrange some things, see what we can give to you all, as now sort of, the reconnaissance party, I guess. So hang out for a few days, lay low for a few days, and they'll get to you with your first mission, from the Sons.
Right, and paperwork. Or either Marcus's contact or something was trying to get us paperwork.
Yeah,
Like illegal.
because
Yes.
they didn't want to hinge all of their efforts on us possibly refusing.
Yeah, so they didn't want to make the rearrangements beforehand in case you guys refused, and in case they got a bad vibe. But yeah, Marcus did reach out to someone within the city to get you all paperwork so you could move throughout the city without issue. But you all are heading back to the warehouse. It is, I believe, about midday, maybe a little bit past. I think at this point, Bugsy has probably scampered off.
Gotta go save another dog in the river.
Excellent.
God.
Bugsy is scampered off. Is there anything you all are doing as you head back to the warehouse?
I look to the sky and I go, "Oh God, please bring us Kate."
Who's
Kate?
Isla, who are you talking
God,
about?
why are you
I
talking
look
to
at
me?
the sky and
God.
I'm like, only
God,
Blossom is with us here.
I look up to the sky and I'm like, "God, please bring Kate here."
You get a response back that's just hold your goddamn horses.
I have no horses to hold, God. You haven't given me any.
Hold your goddamn elks.
We do, in fact, have elks to hold.
We have one undead horse.
They're not here. Our elks are not here.
Basically,
Oh God, why have you damned these horses?
Kate, Blossom will rejoin, or Kate, or whoever will rejoin.
I know. I don't have anything I want to do.
In the next episode.
Next week, Kate's just here for moral support.
You know it. I'm here to
We
watch Fuzzy
are-
again.
We are in rare form tonight, everyone.
Yeah. But is there anything anyone's doing on the way back? Keep in mind you all have met ? Marcus's wife. Double question.
I will look at Marcus and I'm like, this is really not any of my business, but are you, like, is she your ex? What, did you end on good terms? Did you end on terms at all?
It's first time I've seen her in it's like 5-6 months.
Did you, like, fucking run? Like,
Can
that's
we
not
talk
Ylif, that's the
about
wrong character.
Can we not talk about it in the open?
Yep.
Please?
Also, I did not say that. That's not Ylif. I have not played Ylif in a while.
I mean, I think shock is a hell of a thing.
That's true.
I guess you all kind of walk in sort of an awkward silence back to the warehouse.
I will kind of look around and I'm seeing different restaurants and I'm like, is that a good like full distracted 9 charisma Taurus, is that a good restaurant to eat at? Like, not loud enough to get attention, but clearly if someone's like reading lips or looking at body language, I'm just a stupid little Taurus.
Marcus would probably say stuff like, "Oh no, you want to avoid that place. It's used for money laundering."
But is the food good?
They do have
the food-
a great curry, though.
Yeah, I don't care if they're for money and it's not my laws that they're breaking.
2 hours later, you see the City Watch raid the building.
It's like, yeah, you want to avoid it on certain days. That's when the City Watch pays real close attention.
Oh, I've missed this particular brand of chaos.
Like I said, with Kate not being here, chaos was like a good few degrees too low.
But you
Other than that, no.
yeah, you play the part of the naive tourist as you go, and eventually you guys slip back into the river district and make your way back to the warehouse. At which point you are no longer out in the open.
Okay, so ex-wife.
Were you going to tell us she was a fucking foxlow?
How exactly does that relate to things? I mean, I'm technically a foxlow.
Right. Yeah, you are.
I'm-
Fucking of course you are.
Okay, so clarification, because sometimes we hear really funny rumors about how noble families in work. You're not like blood fox love Foxlow, right?
No, I married in.
Okay, so the men take the name then.
No, it's I was forced to. Angelica taking the last name Blackblood. Her father probably, well, he did not like the idea, so it was a requirement if I was going to marry her.
So you are married and now divorced?
No. I've been gone for a little while, brief sabbatical. I had to leave the city. It's been a while since I've seen her, but no, we
Right.
last time I saw her, we were on good terms, and then things happened.
The crime.
Say that again? Yeah, the
The
human
crime.
trafficking crime. Yeah.
Again, I want to make it clear I wasn't the person who was trafficking humans. That was her father, okay? And
Yeah, well,
I
you
just
were
let her talk.
helping.
I thought it was helping him do other things, not the trafficking.
You were a criminal, but not a scum.
Exactly. Marcus is like looking around the warehouse, and he probably like finds some dusty boxes where there's some like bottles of liquor, and he just opens one.
Oh, I pull out the wine from my bag and I offer it to him.
Nah.
Yes, there was the drunk wine.
It's one of those warehouse liquor kind of tastes.
Ugh.
That's fair.
Man. Day.
Like, did you get into crime because you wanted to marry her, or were you already in crime and just happened to like her?
Marcus leans on a wall and he thinks about what you just said. I mean, I've been a part of the criminal element for a good while, even before I knew her, but it only got more serious after I met her.
Because of her dad.
Yes. It's complicated. Yeah, that's when it got more and more serious.
Great.
Do you think he always planned to use you as, like, I guess, a scapegoat, if I'm reading the room correctly?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I fit the profile, I guess. Easy to do, and obviously he was successful at doing it. So, kudos to him.
Here's the important question. If you hadn't been turned on and found out about the human trafficking, would you have turned on him? Or would you have been silent about that?
I mean, most definitely, yeah. Like I said before, the night I found out what he was doing, I went to him and I tried to reason with him, and he fought against
We know how
things.
that ended.
Yes. So I didn't quite have the chance to make things right. I was starting to get the ball rolling, and the next thing I knew, I was down in the dungeons for who knows how long, and I met Sedge, and here I am now.
Is he being truthful?
You can roll an insight, and Justin, you can roll either deception or persuasion,
Ah,
whichever you believe
fuck,
is
I don't have my
appropriate.
dice.
Okay.
I'm gonna just insight it. Because...
You know what? I think that Sedge is just gonna believe Justin. No insight at all. He's just gonna be like, yeah, that sounds about
It's
right.
more, I'm not rolling to see whether, because Iliff believes him. I'm more reading his body language with a 20.
24, 5,
Like,
6, 7, 25 for me.
Yeah, I'm purely reading body language compared to, like, trying to parse out.
I was trying to parse out.
And what did you get, Hello? Or for those who rolled insight, what'd you get?
18.
What did Iliff get?
20.
And you got a 24?
I'm pure...
Justin?
Yeah, 25, actually.
25. What do they get?
I'm specifically getting body language if I can get any.
I feel like yes, they believe him. He's talking the way he usually talks, but I feel like it's coming to him so naturally right now because now he has this weight off of him, like this huge weight. You know, like they know he's there, he's married, and it's Angelica, and they already know all the surrounding background stuff. So yeah,
Okay.
you know,
So you're actually playing your cards instead of keeping about 50% of them.
well,
When it comes to this.
does you know what? Can I tell you guys a story?
Fine.
Marcus takes out some cups from the little crate. Does anybody want some of this
Oh, hell yeah.
some of this warehouse liquor?
No.
All right. How long ago was it? 4 or 5 years ago, I moved here to Neverwinter. I came with my mentor. We had a nice little nest egg somewhere else, but he was moving here and I wanted to follow him. And so I did. It was a lot harder to get started here. I was a little fish in a big pond, and every day I got kicked around. Every day seemed a little harder, and I can't even count the amount of times I was probably dead at fucking 16. Would have been found floating in a ditch somewhere. But somehow I made it. I found my footing here, and I really started to like Neverwinter. And I really started to believe that this is where I belonged, and that I could keep my head low and live out the rest of my days here, getting my fix of excitement and maybe making a buck or two. But then, something changed along the way. I did something dangerous. I fell in love, but I fell in love with someone way out of my station. It was exciting, more exciting than smuggling in cargo or fighting off someone twice my age. Or I never felt more alive than when I was with Angelica. But we both knew it. With her father, it just was never gonna happen the way we wanted it to. I was comfortable here. I felt like I was doing what I was good at, but I was willing and I was ready to leave that all behind for her. So we got married. We got married in secret. We tied the knot in my favorite tavern right over in the Black Lake district. And that very same night, with the little money I had, we were supposed to leave. We were supposed to start a life somewhere, and I was gonna give this up. And she was gonna give up everything that she had here, and it just seemed right. But the night I was gonna go pick her up, she wasn't there waiting for me. Her father was. Him and his men, or his paid hire, I don't know what the hell to call it. They kept me for 3 days. Some basement somewhere. I didn't eat, I didn't drink. They beat me whenever I woke up. He he wanted me to call off the whole thing, to write it all off. And I was too stubborn. I didn't want to do that cuz either way I knew if I did, he was just going to kill me the moment that I did. So I did what I did what I knew. I did what I know how to do best, and I tried to figure out a way to pique his interest, to get out of there, to show him that I'm worth being a part of his family. I told him I told him, hey, you've had me here for 3 days. I'm not gonna write off this wedding. I love your daughter. So let's strike up a deal. Give me a week, and I'll bring you something that, that I know that you want more than anything else in the world. And I knew he was the richest man in the city. That there's nothing that he couldn't get. But at the same time, I also knew that there was something that he could never receive, even with all his money. So he said, okay, I'll give you a week, and if you don't bring that to me, then you can write this off and go about our merry ways. To make the story a little shorter, I was able to bring him the thing that he wanted, and
What
from
was the
that
thing?
day, his wife's killer. Angelica's mom was killed a very long time ago. I haven't even ever told her this. Uh, she was she was killed. She was killed en route with some of Foxlow's things. Angelica was with her. A group of bandits came in. Mother was killed. Angelica hid along with the shipment and was able to survive. As far as Angelica has told me from that day forward, her dad's never been the same. I feel like that's what's caused him to be the man he is today. And she told me no matter how hard he tried, he could never find those people. Did I? Oh, I thought I disconnected.
Music bot.
It was the
Oh, okay.
the rhythm bot.
Shit, I forgot to set that on loop. Continue.
But I was able to, and I brought him what he wanted. And seeing as how he spent probably 10 years looking for this man or for this group, he knew that I had some worth, and I thought that was going to be the end of it. But he made it very clear that I had to keep proving myself to be useful to him, and that hole he put me in only got deeper and deeper. If I wanted to stay with Angelica and keep the kind of life that we have here, I had to keep being his right hand, but there was always a gun to my head. I knew if there was never a day, if there was ever a day that I wasn't able to show him that I was worth keeping around, I would be gone. That was up until this. There was up until all this other stuff with with him trying to traffic humans. That was my line. But by that point, I could already see that I should have set my line a long time ago. Now it seems like all of it wasn't worth it at all. As far as I know, I've driven a wedge between me and the one person that I cared about the most. So here I am now.
I wish I could say I give a shit.
Hello.
I don't expect you to. You guys just wanted to know what's up, and I told you. That's me.
Are you done being a criminal once, if and when he's handled?
I like to think so, but I never really know when it comes to me. I thought I could do good back then, but obviously I was wrong.
think-
maybe if I showed up to pick her up a little sooner, maybe I could have been.
We can't get stuck in the what ifs. Especially when it comes to people we care about. But I think even though I obviously what you did and helped that this man do is it didn't affect me, it's not my city, but it's not easily forgiven, or for some might be unforgivable. But I don't think you did bad. I don't think you only left bad here. You got Sedge out of jail. You look at Bugsy, yeah, you'd wish that there weren't kids on the street, but you've taught them how to not get fucked over. You did a lot of bad, but I think you'd be able to do good if you had the chance to, more than you've been able to, which you have, but
Maybe.
so don't just cross it out.
It's hard to say. Those were some good examples you brought up, but I am being critical about myself, If I did those things for the right reason, it could be seen that way, but those things, just like everything else I've done up to this point, was to benefit myself, right? So I'm not sure.
So you're saying saving me was just to benefit yourself?
Yeah.
Be that as it may, I'm still glad you did it.
Well, I'm glad I did it too, Sedge. It's been a ride, for sure.
Was comforting me and doing after you helped me in the tunnels, was that just to benefit yourself?
No. I don't see how I can get any benefit from that. You just seem to be going through it, so.
Buying that silvered halberd for Halu back in Brokenstone?
I guess not, no.
Giving Sedge that pep talk before we teleported back to the King of the Dragonflies and then here because of Pell?
No, I guess no.
Offering to hypnotize Blossom on multiple occasions just to the chance of her remembering her past? Is that for your own benefit?
Yes and no. I want to say yes because I thought that was fun.
Well, yeah,
That's
but it was
for
fun
the shit
for
to
all
go.
of us,
Awesome
but
proof of that one.
No,
you
I-
didn't set out for it to be it's fun.
No, I-
but
that-
something
I
fun
understand.
isn't.
I understand where you're coming from. I do. It's just I don't know how many rights can undo a wrong.
None. So you live the rest of your life trying to be better than you were. And that's how you make up for it. There's no quantifiable amount. There never is. So you just live your life not letting it tie you down as a all-in chain of shackles, but with that knowledge that of what you did will never be fixable, so instead you'll work to prevent it from happening again. That's how you make up for it.
That's That's pretty insightful.
What are you implying? Are you implying I'm not capable of being insightful? I'm a guard, not stupid.
I don't know. I've been a lot of stupid guards.
So, yeah, I work with them.
But yeah, that's
And we can't forgive you. If you want forgiveness for it all. It's anyone that you've hurt, and most of them probably don't owe you forgiveness. So you have to forgive yourself for what you did, and then work to be better, and to never let it happen again.
okay. I guess I have to find the strength to learn to forgive myself. If that's even possible, then.
If you don't forgive yourself for your actions, forgive yourself for your foolishness. Forgive yourself for loving someone so much that you wanted to be in their life no matter the cost.
I can try. I'll try. I'll try to. I don't know. Just take it one day at a time right now.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't exactly expecting to see my wife today. To be honest with you.
I think you
She's a
deserve
real-
that whole bottle.
Yeah, for sure. She's a real firecracker. She sure kept herself busy when I was gone. She wasn't a part of that whole organization, at least that I know of. But I guess we all got secrets. I don't blame her for not telling me. Oh, gotta say, it's gonna be kind of awkward if we're really gonna be working with her. But I'll try my best not to make it too weird. Promise.
As long as I don't catch you full on making out in like a closet, I don't give a shit.
Ugh.
I really don't think that's gonna happen. Ah, man, what a day.
Kate, I need you to check your messages.
Oh no.
And Blossom appears!
Okay, check the messages.
Oh God.
And Blossom's body appears
Oh,
in
that
front
was
of us!
awful.
So I have Discord on streamer mode, which means no sound notifications.
Oh my God. I've been sending you messages.
Yeah.
Yeah. You all have this moment in the warehouse. It's been a morning.
It's only the morning!
Oh my
So
god.
it's like just past afternoon. Maybe it's like 2-3 p.m. by this point.
Oof.
You met pretty early in the morning with them, and so I imagine, you know, this conversation takes a lot out of you. But
Excuse me.
Hold on. I need to see everyone's passive perception super quickly. I know Sedges. I just asked for Sedges. We're good there.
Mine is 19.
Okay.
Oh, jump scare.
Because I have Observant. I can read lips.
Cool.
Thank
Cool.
God.
At the end of this conversation, after you all have a few minutes in silence, Isla, if you see this first, which is that Oscar, who at some point during this had disappeared, but
Oh,
he
jump
has
scare.
he has like a fairy dragons have the ability to turn invisible, kind of at will. So he at some point disappeared, but you see him like sitting on a windowsill with like his tail wrapped around a box, like, is this a bad time?
Oh.
No news can be any worse than what we're going through right now, Oscar. Go ahead.
Unless you tell us Blossom died.
No.
Then that will be worse news.
I haven't heard anything about that. I do have this, which is from the King of Dragonflies.
Oh, the last time we got something from the King of Dragonflies, Pell was missing.
I mean, it's a
That
it's a
turned
package. It's a package,
okay.
not a box. Yeah,
Oh.
Pell was okay.
Do you have to pay extra for shipping, or?
Oh no.
Marcus, you do.
Fork it over, Tiny. Let's see what it is.
Yes, I need snacks. I need good snacks. That's the payment for this package.
Someone else feed him. He's been taking all my goddamn macadamias. Give it here, Tiny.
I have
Come on.
snacks. I have snacks.
You offer your snacks, and Oscar does a very deft swap where he takes the snacks and drops them in your hand as he goes, and he flies up onto like a shelf where he can like see the whole room and just starts munching on the snacks.
So he's just a bird.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
chubby.
exactly. Yeah, but you see a little box. It's just a small little wooden thing. There's no like markings or anything on it. It's very plain.
Okay.
I investigate the box.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
I sniff
Fuck,
the
I need to get
box.
my dice. Hold on.
I steal the box from Sedge. Just kidding. No, I don't.
I'll help. I'll help investigate the box.
Okay. You can make one separately, or you can give Sedge advantage.
I will give Sedge advantage. I have a +1 to intelligence. Sedge's is gonna be.
Advantage, baby.
Take it.
Who just texted me? And that is investigation. My skills. Ooh, my investigation isn't great.
I mean, it's better than my +1.
I also have +1.
I trust your luck. Better
That
than
was a
mine.
nat 20!
This
Dude.
box is a box.
So you're investigating the box. You don't see any trap on it. But again, it is unmarked. There's no marking on it, just a very simply made
No return
wooden
address?
box. But no return address. But I will say on a nat 20, what you do find is right at the scene where the box opens. You almost don't catch it, but it like catches the light. There's a little bit of glitter, like right along the edges.
Glitter bomb. Sorry, continue.
Sedge doesn't know that, and he's like, well, nothing seems too unusual. And I get my knife out, and I pop the top of the box open.
Pop the box.
So you pop the top of the
And-
box open.
Here comes a
and
glitter bomb.
In a shower of glitter, right in your face, a glitter bomb goes off. And it gets both Sedge and Ilif, as both of you were standing there right at the box, and anyone else who
I look
gathered-
at Sedge and I'm like, I hate you. I
You look at me,
despise
I'll be
you.
covered in glitter. Fuck it. That's hysterical.
Yeah,
Sedge,
you all-
I think you can imagine Sedge's face. It's just very, like, closed eyes, extremely pursed lips, and he just does a... as glitter comes out of his mouth.
You didn't point. If you told me there was glitter, I would have told you not to open it.
You hear Oscar cackling. Oscar cackling.
Who was it actually from, Tiny?
Well, I mean, I could tell you. I could also let them tell you.
Huh?
Huh?
In front of all of your faces and in your ears, or in your ears, all around you, you start hearing Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up" start playing.
You
I'm killing her myself. I'm killing her myself.
In a big flourish.
You goddamn motherfucker.
At which point, Oscar whips out, like, you don't know from where he whips it out, whips out a very familiar wand, which is the Wand of Pyrotechnics.
That was mine!
Yeah, that he might have lifted off of Sedge. and a harmless burst of multicolored light, like fireworks, just fills the top of the of the warehouse as Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up" plays.
What the fuck's happening?
He's in
Gotta
the
know
walls. He's in
He's
the
in the
goddamn
walls!
And you all see Blossom just appear in the middle of the room, posing.
I fucking run forward and hug
Tower
her.
of glitter.
I
Fucking run forward and hug.
same.
You appear amidst all this glitter and lights, and you just immediately get swamped.
As I get tackled by half the party.
Hey guys, how's it
You
going?
are a
Oh,
fucking bitch. You're a terrible person. How could you come back with a glitter bomb? And not a fireball?
you're alive.
Well, Oscar. Yes, I am alive. Well, Oscar told me that this was sort of a secret warehouse, so I wanted to draw as little attention to the actual building itself, but I still wanted it to be spectacular.
And it was.
I
I leaned down and whispered to Blossom, "Wait, you just missed us missing juicy gossip on Marcus. I'll fill you in later."
His wife, Oscar told me.
Oh shit, okay.
Welcome to our palace, Blossom.
Oscar does call
You
from
could-
where he is, like, "I'm sorry that you got hit with the glitter bomb, Sedge.
It's,
No, you're
It's
not.
fine.
I wasn't expecting you to grab it."
I was just
Really, the
going
glitter bomb was
to-
my idea.
I'm just going to be washing glitter out of my hair the next 2 years. It's fine.
Be glad it wasn't
Oh,
pixie
it's-
glitter.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Archaeologists
pixie
will
glitter
pick
is
up-
forever.
Archaeologists will dig up our bones and be like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Blossom, it's incredibly good to see you back.
See you too.
And I clap her on the shoulder. Well, what of her shoulder I can get amidst Hello and Ilif. And, how tall are you, Blossom?
I'm like 5'7". You know,
Perfect.
average.
I lean in close and just, wipe, like, a big thing off of my face and hair and get glitter on you, too.
Good.
You know what?
Now
I
we-
deserve that.
So, I hope your nap was restful, Blossom, because shit is hitting the fan.
Yeah, what the fuck happened? What the fuck was that?
It's sort of a long story.
We got one before. We'll sit down if you want to tell us. Feel free. We have alcohol. We have lots of alcohol.
No, thank you. It's a little early for me. I did just arrive today, to be honest.
You just woke up? And you immediately booked your ass back here?
Well, I did spend, a day or two recovering in AstraZeline, and then I booked it and got here.
Okay.
But, for the most part, I think the, what's her name? Sinalestra?
Chandria?
Lady Chandria. Lady Chandria said it was almost a month and a half that I was unconscious.
To you guys,
So-
it's been a few days, if I'm right, since you left Blossom in the Feywild.
Yeah.
To you guys,
Yeah.
it's been a few days.
It's been a lot longer for us.
No, it's been a lot shorter for you.
Or a lot shorter, sorry. My brain immediately was like, let's disconnect those wires.
No worries.
Yeah, for us it's been a few days.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I guess Oscar did tell me most of what you've done. He decided to skimp on the details that my request, to be honest. I wanted to hear most of it from you. So, I was in a coma for a month and a half. What have you all been up to?
Trying to find Pell for one.
Yeah, a good month. That good month and a half was us coming back from the Feywild, and the Feywild going, "No, you get to skip forward a month and a half."
Why is time weird there?
The time is normal. It's going back and forth.
Uh,
The Feywild and the Prime. Yeah, the Feywild and the Prime Material. The Feywild in particular is a touch disconnected from time. Time passes normally within the context of the Feywild, but it doesn't always exactly flow one-to-one with the Prime Material.
They get there at the same. They get there eventually, but yeah.
We get there when we get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blossom, not too long after started taking your power nap, we heard from the King of Dragonflies that Pell was kidnapped. So we kind of had to book it here, try to get him back. Turns out he wasn't kidnapped. He just decided that he wants to be Boy King now, and is hunkered up with that.
Boy King is a very layman's term of putting it. He is claiming his birthright.
Alright, my bad. He is claiming his birthright, and he's hunkered up with that splinter group.
Good for him. I'm assuming it's your wife? Oscar told me you were married, Marcus.
Yeah, I'm married, yeah.
For how long exactly?
It's been about a month ago would be about 2 years and a half.
Oh, you missed her 2-year anniversary. No wonder she's pissed at you.
I look to Oscar and I said, I told you I should have made a happy anniversary banner.
Oh, you're so right.
Trust my instincts.
But it's not important. We're happy you're back, Blossom. We were all very worried about you. So it's good to have you back, so we can be all hands on deck again.
If you ever need me to knock over another bell tower, I'm here.
I
You
think
did
we're
what?
I think we're far past bell towers now.
We're going to be knocking down whole governments.
Yeah, hold on. I would also like to know the bell tower story.
Oh, it's very simple, really.
Blossom went pew and bouncy bounce and knocked a bell.
I may have
That's like
single-handedly taken out a whole bell tower, trying to, remove the bell from said tower.
So the bell was made of gold. That is important to the story.
Like solid gold.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you took it and melted it down to make coins, right?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Cool.
What do you take us for, fools?
Well,
You don't want me to answer that question.
yeah, you hear
Hey.
Oscar. You hear Oscar. Well,
Y'all suck.
Some dick.
Ugh. Bleh. Gross.
Also, I have some new memories.
Oh!
Oh!
None of these actually confirm my identity,
Oh.
but it does help
Are
build
you-
the case.
Are you a mob boss?
Or Queen Titania.
Still undetermined. To both.
Okay.
It could be both. But
Queen Titania was a mob boss. Sorry, I'm gonna shut up.
she could very well be. Turns out the Sealy Court is actually just the mob.
what are fake courts if not mobs?
Exactly.
AstraZaline's just the Russians.
Yeah. The Sealy Court's the Irish mob.
Oh my god.
The Sealy Court is the
The Yakuza.
Japanese mafia.
Oh my god.
Well, that's
Anyway.
exciting.
So I remember meeting Nick and our various interactions. He's very handsome, by the way, although a little pitchy early on in his career.
When did you meet him? Like, what age was he? You make him sound like younger when you first met.
He was mid to late 20s, I think. You know, spent a few years working a 9-to-5 desk job, then decided he wanted to become an artist and went on the road with a troupe, and then he met me.
How tall is he?
Oh my god.
Why do you want to know, Marcus? Are you a little jealous?
No, it's just I'm sure I'm not the only one here, but every time you talk about Nick, I have a certain image of him in my mind, and I always imagine him like shorter.
I mean, he was average.
Of what race?
I always imagine him like
Human.
5'5" with like sideburns or something.
No, he was 5'9" with a goatee.
Ah, okay. That might be closer to what Hello told me.
Anyway, he was a little bit of an ass, but for anyone who gets the joke.
I can't. Hello wouldn't make those kinds of jokes, but God, do I want to make the joke?
Little Shakespearean humor for ya. But then I also remember, it was weird. We were at this festival, and then there was a big eruption of fire, and these fire elementals chased us through the woods.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
And it was all a big
Is that
party
what-
at the end. I'm a little wary of the context.
Is this what I think it is?
Yeah,
Are you
sounds
at
like it.
Mount Hantanau?
Sounds a
I
lot
don't quite remember the location. I just remember the fires and the forest and being chased, or doing the chasing.
Isn't
For
that fucking one shot we did?
yes.
Yep.
Wait,
Glad you remembered.
Which one?
I
There
knew
was-
it because I had done it with a different DM.
Yep, there was a one shot I ran for you guys some time ago, made by my friend Zach, where you were at a festival which featured like giant bonfires. I remember, Justin, you had a knight character with a mount.
Yeah, paladin guy, yeah.
Yep. And you guys were fighting the monsters that were coming
Oh.
out of the bonfires.
That
remember.
one.
Jen absolutely broke it when she played it as a
Yes.
player.
Yeah.
Nice. What was my character? I don't remember my character. Never mind. Not the conversation. Not the time.
Yes. But yeah, that is that is the one shot that Kate is talking about. But
I
continue.
immediately knew as soon as you said bonfire. I'm like, no.
I heard bonfire and fire elementals and like party festival, and I was like, hold up.
That sounds familiar.
Hold up.
Anyways, continue, Kate.
And then there were various trips between here and the Feywild, as me taking, I guess, with this body. And I just kind of motioned to myself.
That's
As
some
opposed
phrasing.
to-
That
as opposed to some other body?
Also unclear.
what?
All I know is that I was me in the memories. So I spoke to Queen Mab.
What?
What?
You roll it back. Hold on.
You spoke to that bitch?
Reverse.
Reverse. So yeah, I had some new memories, and that's all we need to talk about.
No, shut the fuck up.
No. Back up. Need a wristband. What do you mean? What do you mean you spoke to Queen?
We're
Mab?
going to do a wraparound. Go wrap around. Hold on. Good.
I can't help but hear that you guys were talking about Marcus's whole deal. Can we circle back to that? I want to
Nah,
hear some
We've
of
been,
that
we've
again.
been- we've been going on
Lost
about
him.
that way too long.
Yeah,
okay,
fuck Marcus's bullshit. He's not interesting anymore.
Ah!
Fuck it.
Everyone's
Yeah.
right. Go ahead.
Your fucking turn.
Damn.
You missed the
God.
trauma bonding, Blossom. You get to do it now.
Yeah, you get the sense that you might have missed some conversations.
Well, so, I guess towards the end of my coma, in quotes, I kind of walked into this snowy hill forest, and I could see the lake and Astrazeline. And I knew that, Lady Chandria was there, because I could see there was a star over the city. And when I tried to get there, I kept getting dropped in the same place, and I couldn't walk away. And then suddenly she was just there. She was tall, and shadows seemed to flow off of her like water. Her eyes were dark. She spoke with a softer voice than I imagined, but I knew it was her. Couldn't have been anyone else.
What did she
Was she-
say?
Was she hot?
Same thought.
Marcus.
Yes.
I mean, we
Sorry.
talked about this before in the past. Wait, say that again?
I'm gonna side-eye Marcus. Like,
I
really?
was
Yeah,
just-
You're
right.
married.
No, I
Yeah,
know
Mar-
I'm married. I'm not saying it for that, okay? I'm saying for historical purposes. I remember before we were reading the description on her, okay?
Yeah,
I'm just
Ilif
wondering.
holds a fist out for a fist bump because it's like same thought.
I'm just curious here, okay?
Well, she's an archfey, so yes.
Okay.
I mean, beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
I don't really want to be in the eye of the beholder, though.
I hate beholders. Nasty little creatures.
Sorry for
They're not little.
Sorry.
They're actually
Nasty,
massive.
nasty giant apparitions and affronts to society and humanoid kind itself. Is that
Like,
better?
go on. Sedge, go on about your hatred of aberrations, specifically
No,
beholders. I
no.
want to hear this.
Yes,
No,
I can do that. However, we must talk about you and conversing with Queen Mab first, Blossom. We're not going to let this slide.
So, I grabbed a stick from a nearby tree.
On a lake, though.
Well, it was a forest hill near the lake, and there were dead trees around. So I grabbed a stick.
Okay.
It's my dreamscape. What the hell do you want from me?
Okay, Jesus Christ!
If you're gonna make me tell the story, let me tell the fucking story.
Right, all right. Woke up swinging.
Planning that surprise entrance made me very tense. Anyway, I grabbed a stick, and she just laughed. Not more of a laugh, but like a malicious chuckle. And I'll get to the point. Most of what she said was, the spell itself should not have worked. And she was curious and impressed about how strong I had become. But that she was in control of my stay there.
Okay.
So she offered a deal. And knowing that her patience would outlast mine, I accepted. And I woke up in Astrazeline.
What was the deal?
She would let me go in exchange for me carrying her mark. And I pull off one of the gloves that I am now wearing that I didn't used to before. And from about the wrist onward to the end of my hand is all winter instead of in contrast to my current autumn state.
What does carrying her mark exactly mean?
She refused to elaborate that
And on Blossom's wrist, right where that cutoff, sort of, where her hand is in winter while the rest of her is autumn, is looks like a tattoo of a black diamond, a four-sided diamond with a snowflake on the inside.
Sorry, the mark is
It's
a.
a black four-sided diamond, and in the inside, in the center of it, is a snowflake.
Well, that isn't good.
Morbid
Well, I
thought.
couldn't
You think if we cut off your hand, it'll
We are
free you
not
from it?
cutting off her hand.
Well, we can't just leave her tied to her.
When I was talking with Mab, it seemed like she wasn't prepared yet. And now that we're not in the Feywild, it seems she's lost interest, but I think she still wants to keep track of us. Well,
And
me specifically.
So do we... You don't know what it does, so are you getting power? Are you getting magic from it? Are you...
Besides the season change, I haven't noticed any additional effects
But
that
we don't
stem
know if
from
she
it.
can listen, if she's constantly paying attention,
No, I
if she
don't.
can scry.
I assume if it were that sensitive, she would have also added a curse where I couldn't mention it.
You might just not remember what she told you, if she told you.
That very well could be possible.
Violet's gonna, walk away, fully just away across the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but it was the only way to get back to you all. And I felt it even more necessary in retrospect after hearing about Pell and that you had all rushed on to rescue him so quickly. I thought I should join you as soon as possible. By whatever means
Make
necessary.
It's
no mistake,
cool. Yeah.
we are happy to have you back. All of us were worried.
Yeah. It's cool, Blossom. Making deals with powerful beings. Been there, done that. We're just might just be a little worried about your new little tattoo there.
I'm gonna pull my glove back on. Don't worry, I can keep it covered at least.
I don't think it's more we're worried about it being visible. More worried about you being tied to her.
The way I see it is, as long as it's out of sight, it's out of mind. And now I can if it's covered, I can help focus on what's happening here now, instead of worrying about her and the future involving her.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I
Out of
guess
sight,
we
out
are
of mind
kind
have worked for us. Has worked so far.
Yeah, that's true. Guess
With
we are a
varying
little.
effects.
Shut up, God.
I guess we are a little tied
Shut
up
up,
in Neverwinter
Oscar.
we are a little tied up in Neverwinter at the moment, anyway. So maybe we don't have to worry about it too much until we make it back to the Feywild.
And who knows,
My
maybe
thoughts
by then
exactly.
we'll figure out a way to get rid of it.
I think I have an idea, but I'm not sure if I want to say it out loud. We'll see. We'll get there when we get there.
You all like playing with fire. In this case, with ice.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Freezer
sorry,
burn.
sorry.
Everything
Isn't it
is.
so nice?
I should actually amend that with air and darkness. You like playing with air and darkness.
Byleth is...
Unhappy.
Byleth is never going to talk about anything around Blossom again.
Speaking of things of that nature, I I have somewhere to go.
Eh?
Mark, where's the cloak that hides people's faces? Again,
I think you still have it.
of course.
You were the last one to wear it.
I take that. Well, I'm still wearing it, and what time is it? It's like morning.
No, at this point it's like about 4, almost 5. You know, the reunion with Blossom, I imagine, was a lot of catching up.
I will be back before dawn, hopefully. If I'm not back, might be dead, but don't worry.
Where are you? Where are you
Can
going?
you at least safety tell or
I
something?
give Marcus a look.
Look, that can mean anything. I'm mind link with Sedge. Where are you going?
Oh yeah, I forgot we can do mind link. Okay. Oh my god.
Well, to think that I've been the least chaotic person this whole session, except for the glitter bomb.
Which I have shared some memes for those.
I
They're
tell,
very funny.
I tell
They're
Marcus.
very funny.
I tell Marcus. Oh my god, I was about to say Mr. Nobody. Like we haven't played that in over like 2 years. Bullshit.
Who the fuck is that?
I tell Marcus I'm going to go visit my father's house.
Okay.
And
Don't do anything stupid.
that's not my decision. And then I leave.
Wait, what is Sedge taking to disguise himself? Are you taking the hats of disguise self, or
There's a dread helm. There's a hat of disguise self.
There's also
The
whatever.
hat, the hat of disguise self, whatever that was.
well, you mentioned a cloak before. Is there a cloak that we have?
I don't think
I thought it was a cloak. I thought it was a
Sounds
cloak.
that.
It
That was
is
a hat,
not,
okay.
in fact, a cloak.
Yep, you can take the hat of disguise self and disguise yourself. Before we follow along with Sedge with what he's doing, is there anything anyone else is doing after all of these revelations?
I mean, now that Blossom's here, I kind of want to open up a window and whistle outside to call someone. Just because we might need some extra prep now that Blossom's here. Just like 1 or 2 quick things.
You whistle, and then a minute or 2 later, one of your river rats appears at the window. It's like, what's up?
Give him
Hey, boys.
Give him that classic river rat handshake.
It's like overly complicated.
Yep, I take out a little notepad. I just had a new friend come by. I need a couple of things. Pass along to Bugsy that we're gonna need another some more identification made. I kind of like put a fake name on there. Well, we can just use Blossom's name actually. Yeah, we need another ID made, along with the IDs that we got coming over, and then I mind link with the kid. Also, I'm gonna write down a couple of things. I need to make a gift basket now that my friend's back. Put some goodies in there, but most importantly, in that gift basket, I need you to find a fedora and put it in there.
No, not again!
No.
Christ!
And I finished writing a note, and I was like, yeah, just get this stuff.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. And really quick note, Blossom, I believe we talked about way back in the beginning, the Blossom has actually visited Neverwinter briefly.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And your time with Falcon, I think, would have essentially set you up. You have identification to move through Neverwinter.
Oh.
You are not. You and Eilif are the 2 people who are not in danger. Just
I
walking.
mean,
around.
I don't have papers.
No, you don't have papers, but you're just not like.
A
you
criminal.
Don't, yeah, you don't have your face on wanted posters.
I know, yeah.
Blossom is neither a criminal.
Blossom doesn't have her face on wanted posters?
doesn't have a face on wanted posters, and also already has papers.
God, how does it feel?
Good to know.
How does it feel to be so special, Kay?
Good to know. Good to
I
know.
don't. Blossom, hashtag Blossom, least problematic character in the party TN.
Anyway,
Okay, all right. So I guess Blossom corrects me. I was gonna ask this kid to get the proper paperwork, not fake paperwork, but the proper paperwork for Blossom. But since he has it, I just tell him to give me that other request then.
Got it. Yeah, I can do that.
All right, and I cross off the ID thing after being corrected. All right. Let him on his. Oh, and I give him some money for everything and a tip.
Yeah, like before you cross it off, you hand it to him, and you like turn away, and the kid just stands there with his hand out,
Uh,
and then you turn back and you drop some money in, and he goes, "Thank you," and dashes
go.
off.
buy some shampoo
Flex.
when you're at it too. All right, bye bye.
Yeah.
Fucking
Awesome.
drag this kid.
Blossom overhearing pulls out her Neverwinter ID, and for the name it says Hermia, and for place of origin it says Athens.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm writing that down.
distant islands across the sea. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that one country across the sea. What's its face? Ecos or some shit?
Yeah, I was like, I
It's
don't
an
know.
island off of Ecos.
Ecos?
is Athens.
But you do that. Helu, Eilif, are you guys doing anything before I move to Sedge?
No.
No, I think. I think.
Shit.
Helu
Yeah,
is-
no, I am.
Oh.
Ooh.
Is there anywhere I can get like private?
Yeah, there are a couple of rooms in the warehouse, like little nooks and crannies, little tiny office space.
Did we not go back to our house that we were staying in?
You are. The warehouse is a safe house.
Okay, for some reason I thought we were in a house. Safe house for me is a house, so my brain was making a house. Okay. No, I'm gonna find one of the rooms.
Yeah, you got like an old office space in there somewhere that you can hole up in.
And I am going to only leaving a message because this is not a immediate emergency. Dial Lady Chandria
Mm-hmm.
and essentially leave a thank you for looking after Blossom. You are probably aware, but she is bearing the mark of the Queen of Air and Darkness without knowing what it does. Can you advise on what I should do? And it's just purely I'm leaving a voicemail because it's not like a I need to tell her right now type of emergency.
yeah. It's she'll get to you when she can. And
Like it's
until then,
I put it on the it's an important voicemail channel, but like
not pick up right now, please. For the love of God, I'm in danger.
I have my possible the one that got away love interest helping out the enemy.
The one that got away, or the one that was taken away?
Ooh, we're not gonna think about that.
And then betrayed your country with aiding and abetting the enemy.
In 2-3 years at this point, so
Yeah.
There's one other thing I want to do, but I have to wait for the hat to come back
Mhm.
because I can't go outside.
And Helu, are you doing anything? As you leave the voicemail, Eilif?
I think Hello would be writing in her journal. Like, I think we did talk a little bit about what Hello would be writing. So pretty much like that.
Okay. Yeah, you can catch your journal up, as it were. But as you all sort of
Yeah, diary. Sorry, continue.
as you all sort of scatter to settle back in, Blossom, your return, sort of the novelty of your return seems to have mostly faded. But you can take a moment to breathe and rest now that you are not freshly awoken from a coma. But you can take a moment to breathe and rest, and we'll move to Sedge, who has, with the Hat of Disguise, slipped back out into the streets of Neverwinter as you head back through the gate into the Protector's Enclave to Father Augustus's house. What are you doing?
Yeah, last time I was here, I was just like doing some like prayers, and then someone saw me, so I got spooked. But I'm going inside.
Okay.
Going inside this house.
Yeah. You approach the house and you walk forward. I think you probably still have an old key.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I have the keys to this place.
Yeah, you like walk up,
It-
unlock it.
They
and-
were they were given back to me after Marcus exonerated me.
Oh my god.
Like they took all my possessions, my armor and stuff, and they were like, "Well, since you're technically not guilty, here's your stuff back."
Yeah.
And it's like when
Here's
you
your
get out of prison.
Yeah.
Here's your stuff back, you social outcast.
I make sure no one sees me.
Roll a perception check.
Fuck. Shit. Fuck. Where's my dice? I was playing Minecraft. $19? Plus, whatever the hell my, perception is?
You look around to try and make sure that nobody is watching you. And as you turn, you see a young man startle and dash away into the alley.
In Sedge's head, he's just like, "You're disguised, you're disguised, you're disguised." And I go in anyway.
All right. You go in. What are you looking for?
I'm probably just taking it all in, honestly. Sedge probably at some point breaks down sobbing. Just saying.
Yeah, it has been a while since you've last been in here, so walking in, scent is one of the things that humans or people tie most with memories. So you walk in, and it's weird that, like, just the smell of Father Augustus' house, there's a lingering, like, incense that he used to use that still sort of suffuses the space, and it hits you with this wave of nostalgia, and everything is the way it was left. They're tidied up in some spots. The worst of the damage has been cleaned up or moved.
I want to go to where we were poisoned.
Yeah. You go to where you were poisoned, which I think would have just been...
It's upstairs.
I
second
remember
floor.
it was upstairs, yeah.
Yeah. You go upstairs. The stairs creak familiarly underneath your feet as you climb the stairs.
I roll an investigation check.
What are you looking for?
Well, somebody broke in and murdered him.
Yeah.
So I just want to investigate to see if I find anything that was really out of the ordinary. That I didn't pick up on the day that Sedge's pseudo-father was murdered. Y'all know how it is.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation check. I will have it be with disadvantage, though, because it has been such a long time since you've been here.
Come on, Sedge, roll that natty 20. Roll 2
Come on,
natty
come
20s.
on, come on.
Get that lore.
Not bad. I got a 17.
17?
Nice. Okay.
I got a 16 and a 17. And I got a +1 to investigation, so 17.
You begin to search around. You look. There was, of course, an investigation after you were found. So some things have been disturbed since then.
I put them back the way they're supposed to be.
You put them back the way you're supposed to be. There's like this feeling of like this isn't right. Let me fix this really quickly, sort of a thing. I think on the door, like the door jamb is a little bit busted from where someone busted open the door. There is, I think there's a crack in the window pane. And I think there is a dark spot on the floor that is a blood stain, old and dried and unable to be taken out of the floor at this point.
Yeah, Sedge looks at that and makes a pointed note to not look at it again.
It hurts a little bit too
Yeah.
much.
He is repressing.
But I think other than that, think other than that, you don't find anything that can give you big clues. Which, like, on an investigation check, on a 17th investigation, it's not so much about seeing, it's so much more about the thought process of, like, well, it's been so long, whoever it did would have had plenty of time to come back and clear out any proof or any evidence.
That sounds about right. I don't know. I guess Sedge also had a room here, so Sedge goes into like his room.
Yeah, I think Father Augustus would have absolutely made a room for you, especially learning that you came from so far and like was probably staying in an inn. And was like, no, that we can't have that. So stepping in, it's almost too much. But correct me if I'm wrong. I think Sedge's room would be kind of a little bit barren. Like you had some small things you might have collected in Neverwinter, but Sedge doesn't seem like a materialistic person.
Nah, all the materials he has is pretty much in Candlekeep.
So it's a little sad to see a room that like could have had a lot of life to it, and was starting to get a little bit of that life in, but then that life got taken from you. But why don't you describe to me what Sedge's old room would look like?
I gotta hear that.
Probably pretty standard. Writing desk, obviously, for obvious reasons. Bed, side table. He probably has like little baubles and things like that that were given to him by like children and stuff. So I think he pockets like a little like ramshackle stuffed dog or whatever that a kid gave him or something like that. And he does go into like the desk drawer and like opens it up and pulls out. I know I never mentioned this, but can he just have like a personal diary?
Yeah. This is like your backstory stuff. I'm not gonna stop you from having a personal diary in here.
Yeah,
He
he just has his own diary, and he like looks at it, dusts it off a bit, and it's just like, and just kind of gives like a huff before pocketing it. The nice calligraphy pens that he had, that his parents gave him, that his actual parents gave him when he left Candlekeep. But other than that, it's just like maybe he actually also has like a picture, like a portrait of him and Father Augustus done, and he looks at it. I don't know if Sedge would actually take it or not. I think what he does is that he folds it up carefully and sticks it into like his diary and just does like a 360 around the room, looking at everything that was and could have been and probably should have been as well, and just shoulders slump. And Sedge, alone in this house, just looks really, really defeated. Like, yeah, he got some pep talks and stuff, but standing here in the middle of the house that he used to have with Father Augustus, it all seems a little hopeless. But I feel like he remembers Pell, and then that kind of emboldens, I don't know how to say the word.
Emboldens him?
Yes, emboldens him, and he kind of picks himself up, makes sure there's no more errant tears, and exits the house.
Oh.
The house that could have been a home. The house that should have
Oh.
been a home.
Mm-mm.
You close the door, and there's almost a sense of finality, but I don't want to speak for you on that.
Definitely a sense of injustice. And Sedge just kind of nods once to himself as he's like,
Purpose.
purpose. Like, he's gonna find whoever did this, and May the gods help him, he will make them pay.
Damn. Hey, babe, wake up. There's been a Sedge lore drop.
Yeah.
Wake up, Courtney, he has to know.
Gotta know this. Come on.
You leave with this newfound sense of purpose. Do you go back immediately to the warehouse, or?
I do what I did the other day as well. I light some incense and do a quick prayer, but this time in being like sad and melancholy. Sedge is just feeling weird kind of calmness overcome him, and he stands from his kneeling position and breathes in the putrid air of the ramshackle houses around him and makes his way back to the warehouse.
Yeah. I'll say probably the whole thing, like caught up in memories and nostalgia and grief. It is much, much later when you return. The sun has set, sort of a thing. I imagine you spent a good while just taking in the space before you left. Eventually you return to the warehouse. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before we move on to the next day?
Now that Sedge is back, I want to take the hat and I want to wait until later on in the day, closer to nighttime, and slip out.
Yeah. Sometime between then, though, the river rat returns with a little like basket of stuff. Sometime between when Sedge leaves and returns.
Nice. How's the basket look?
I mean, what all did you ask for?
That welcome back basket. It's got little goodie treats, little trinkets, little Neverwinter knickknacks, and especially the fedora.
Oh yeah. It's some of it. The river rat couldn't quite get, so got like the best approximate sort of knockoff version. But it is all within the fedora, as acting as if the fedora is the basket.
Welcome to Neverwimber.
Yeah, exactly. My friend went to Neverwinter and all he got was a stupid T-shirt.
Oh, okay. That was
My friend went to Neverwinter and all I got was a stupid fedora.
You said it's all in the fedora?
Yeah,
It says Neverwinter.
All right, kid. Next time someone tells you to make a gift basket, you gotta put it in a basket. But good job. I appreciate the effort. I gave him a nice little gold coin.
Look, baskets are a little like awkward to carry, but thank you. Bye, and dips before you can criticize him any further.
Okay. Blossom, welcome back. The River Rats put this together for you. It's a hat basket. No, a gift hat. There we go. My bad.
Ooh,
Welcome you to Neverwinter.
thank you, Marcus, but I have been here before.
Welcome you back to Neverwinter.
Thank you, Marcus.
With a little carrot. Welcome back on like the tiny little banner.
Get a pen and go.
Yeah.
The C and K are flipped.
No, it's just BAC or BAK.
Aww.
Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate the thought. A fedora.
Yeah, I figured you might want a new one. I know how butthurt you were before when you lost the other one.
I think, thinking back on it, I now realize that that hat was cursed.
I'm sure this one isn't.
You're sure?
I mean, yeah, I can give the River Rats a lot of credit. I don't think they're good enough to find cursed hats.
Alright.
Is it the same damn hat?
It was never specified which plane it went to.
Yeah, like, is it the same goddamn hat?
It's all gone full circle.
Oh yeah,
You know, we
it's all
just
coming
found this
together.
fedora while we were rescuing a dog in the river. We thought you might like it.
So yeah, enjoy. If you like it. I will
Thank
be
you,
seeing-
Marcus.
Yeah, not
It's-
a problem.
Sweet of you. In a way.
We are happy to see you back. So, I imagine you're hungry after napping for a month anyway. So, figured some
Yeah.
sweets would do you some good.
Thank you. Oscar, I see there's some macadamia nuts.
You see his head pops up, and he like, red eye. It's as if there's a red eye meme of just him like macadamia nuts. Next thing you know, he's like on your shoulder, like, gimme. If you're not gonna eat them, gimme.
I hand him up, what's it called? A canvas bag of macadamia nuts.
He takes it, and immediately he's gone to like his little perch far out of reach.
Just like a cat with a bag of treats
Exactly.
that's gotten its paws on.
Yeah. It's like a chutney stealing catnip.
All right. After that, Marcus goes to the front door. I imagine there's like a nail next to the door that someone was hammering in, but they didn't go all the way through. So now it's used as a hat/coat stand.
Mhm.
So he just grabs a hat, puts it on, and walks outside.
And where are you headed?
Marcus is not doing so great today. So
I imagine not.
So he kind of wants to. He kind of wants to distract himself a little bit. He's obviously he's very anxious being in Neverwinter, but he also has a lot of good memories here. So I'm gonna go over the Black Lake District and go to the Beach Leviathan for some drinks.
Yeah. All right.
Be in a familiar environment,
Yep. You head on over. Make your way all the way over to the Black Lake District. And out onto the Neverwinter Harbor, where at one end of the docks is a ship that has actually been beached, but since then has been sort of built and repurposed, and is a tavern. It was a ship called the Leviathan for a little while, but when it was officially decommissioned, it was sort of like people campaigned for it to be turned into something useful rather than being stripped down. One of those things where like people get really attached, like a submarine. In our world. Yeah, people of Neverwinter got really attached to Leviathan and were like, absolutely not. Do not break down this boat. We will be so upset. So it was turned
Marcus is
into a
one of those
tavern.
people for sure.
Yeah, you can return to the Beach Leviathan. You step in, and it is as lively of a night as you ever remember it being. It seems people are here having a good time.
Nice. Yeah, Marcus walks in. He's happy. He's excited to be back. He's also a little sad because, he's happy to be here, but he also feels like a stranger. Since nobody recognizes him, he's got his hat on. So he feels a little out of place that way, but internally he knows this is where he belongs. So he's just gonna go over to the bar, get a couple drinks. Keep an ear open, hear what's going on in the city, see what's up. And then after that, I might walk around the bar, ask a couple of questions to kind of get a gauge at the populace and whatever else.
Yeah, you go up, you can get a drink. The barkeep, gives you, you toss him a coin. You can easily get a drink. What are you doing? What are you asking about as you walk around?
Well, first I want to sit down and finish my drink and kind of listening to what people are talking about. You know, what's going on in the city. Any rumors going about? Anything interesting that I could tell the party?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Alrighty. Plus that, 16.
16. Yeah, you sit and you listen as you go through your drink. You get a couple of rumors. The first one that you get, the Beach Leviathan is frequented by a lot of sailors, a lot of dockhands, a lot of those who work in and around the harbor, fishermen and the like. One of the rumors you get is rumors of storms south, pretty close, of how less and less ships are coming in, so they're getting less and less imports from other cities and other regions.
Damn, that's right, the lighthouse.
Maybe we should go do that lighthouse quest.
Yeah, we really got to do the lighthouse.
I'm not. I want to be clear. This is not me, the DM, going. You should do the lighthouse quest. It's
No, I get
hey,
you, I get you.
there's a consequence for letting that just sit.
There are other people in the world that could be perfectly capable of doing that. We are not the only adventuring party out there.
No, but most of the adventuring parties took one look at an area that had a dragon and went, nope.
Well, the dragon's dead now for a month.
I'm sure someone will come along once it gets super, super serious, but we can get ahead of it.
For the,
You
yeah.
know.
For the meantime, though, it is affecting trade and the flow of commerce within Neverwinter. As the storms are getting pretty bad and a little more frequent this season than they have been in the past. That's one of the rumors you get. Another rumor is that, some people are whispering about having seen someone around Father Augustus's house. They're worried that it might in fact be Sedge.
Can you repeat that? What? What? Can you repeat that? What?
There are some people talking in this tavern that Marcus has visited that, they've seen, there are rumors flying around that Sedge might be back, and how dare he, and don't believe a word that those corrupt judges say, kind of a thing.
Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
See, that was going to be one of my questions. So that went answered.
Yup. There are, let's see here. Oh, there might be rumors about how, Stoneman's men have, been seen a bit more frequently, around this past week or so. Though people have kind of learned to sort of stay clear of, the damned mercenaries that he hires from outside Neverwinter. What other rumors?
Someone just recently bought out a whole store supply of glitter.
I don't know. Am I rumor worthy as a weird person?
Did Sedge leave a glitter trail? Oh my god.
Oh no!
Oh, I should have you roll a disadvantage on stealth checks for a little bit.
Well, he was disguised. Well, there's the glitter trailing off of him. Never mind.
You also hear some things about, Never Ember has donated money to some of the reconstruction efforts, has donated more money, I should say, to the reconstruction efforts. He's been seen even, in some of those construction efforts, putting in the labor himself, to rebuild some of the destroyed houses. Though some people are bemoaning, like, man, it is, that Neverwinter was pretty heavily hit by the eruption, and still recovering, kind of a thing.
Okay. So he's got some positive PR going.
Oh yeah, that's part of the problem with the Sons of Alagondar, is that a lot of the Sons sort of put down the cause, because they're like, well, we kind of actually can't complain about Never Ember. Like, we don't have a whole lot of complaints. Is it really so bad to let her, kind of a thing? Yeah, I think those are some of the rumors that you get tonight.
Okay. So, yeah, let me take these one at a time. One of my questions more or less got answered. I wanted to know, where the general populace was leaning on Sedge. So I think that answers it. Now I imagine Mark is sitting here. He's hearing like all this talking and like whispering, and he's like really trying to tune in on it. And you know, the one thing that stands out to him is that whole Stoneman mercenary thing. So I kind of want to go over to where I'm hearing that to see if I can talk to someone to get some more info on that, some more background information on the whole mercenary thing.
Yeah, you can approach some of the people talking about it, and strike up a conversation. In general, make me a charisma check.
Sure.
Warlock.
23.
23. Yeah, you're talking and you're in your element. As you start talking more about that and bring it up, sort of in a very casual way, and they go on where that Stoneman doesn't employ as many of the city guard of the city watch as some of the other lords do. Instead, he outsources to mercenaries, which sort of everyone knows means that they're a little bit more free to do a protection racket kind of a deal shit. Stuff that like he can get away with hiring mercenaries to do. So everyone kind of knows to stay out of his way and stay out of his men's way, because nothing, it's
Yeah.
who do they submit any complaints to if they're not from the
Yeah,
watch?
that answer. No, makes complete sense. Yeah. Now I do also want to hone in on. You said that it seems like in the passing weeks or whatever, just passing time, that he has more people coming in, right? More than usual.
Yeah.
What do people think is the reason why why that might be the case?
The people you're talking to, hold on, let me roll something for them. They don't really know. They're kind of just as confused as you are, although it almost seems as if they are on the lookout for something or someone. They don't really know though. Their guess is as good as yours.
Oh, okay. Huh. I'm surprised those mercenary types aren't around here. Seems like the ideal place for them to hang out.
They kind of.
You know where they might be holed up?
They kind of laughs and they go, "Oh, the Beach Leviathan? No, they aren't. They got enough of a cold welcome here. No, there's some poor man's tavern in the Beggar's Nest, or somewhere in the Enclave, much more accessible to them than all the way on the other side of town."
Okay, good to know. That way I can avoid them. They seem like a lot of trouble.
Yeah, you're gonna want to.
Oh man.
Well, I can't. I'm not there.
Nope.
I was gonna be like, has anyone been like actively effective or like questioned, like shakedown? Or
I guess I would have brought that up, right? Like,
Um,
after I say I don't want any trouble, so I should avoid them.
No one's been actively shooken down, although those that sort of piss them off are more likely to, like, they seem to be on a bit more of a hair trigger than they usually are, and so those that piss them off, get a little shaken up.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Right, that's some information I have to pass along to Helu, right? Could also be a possible in for us, I feel like. They got all these mercenaries walking around. If we can just sneak our way in there. Huh. Okay. I also, that's one last question I want to do. I want to find, like, I do know that here in the Leviathan, I think it's in the top deck. There are some more private rooms that
Oh, yeah.
someone could, use for,
It'd be in
hanging
the
out.
it'd be in the lower decks, but yeah.
Okay, lower decks. For hanging out, or I like to. At least I always imagine some people might even get the rooms for, a game like a card game or something.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah, I want to go to the barkeep. Pretty much say, are there any games going on right now? Davey's willing to tell me, hey, yeah, someone, and then I could just go knock and see if they'd be cool with me joining.
Let me see here. He kind of looks you up and down, but then someone sort of gets his attention, like someone seemingly a little displeased with whatever's happening, and he's like, just a moment, and he turns back to you and he goes, yeah, there's, and he points you to a game, one of the games in the lower decks, before he turns and kind of hurries off to deal with with a dissatisfied customer.
Ah, okay, cool. I want to go down there. I know it might be more of a private game, but I just want to knock and, see if I can weasel myself in there.
Yeah, you knock, and after a moment or two, there's some shuffling, and like this, a sailor, who looks a little, half drunk already, looks at you and goes, "What do you want? You here with the drinks?"
I'm here with some extra drinks. I'm sorry to intrude, friend. I'm from out of town. It's kind of a little boring upstairs. I'm looking to have a little fun. You mind if I join you? I have the money.
Looks at you,
I also have a bottle at hand.
make a persuasion check.
I have some of that warehouse whiskey that sailors just love. 16.
See? Looks at you. Yeah, alright, get in. Bob over there just passed out from his drink, so you're just in time to fill in for him.
Ah, perfect. I'll be taking his chips then. Put my little chips in order. I kind of want to fast forward the game a little bit.
Yeah.
And somewhere in the middle of the game, I'm kind of just talking with them. Do these guys say anything else that seems interesting? Now they're drunk and whatever. These are the perfect guys for this.
Yeah, a lot of them, of course, complain about the lack of ships, the lack of work that's been coming in. Let's see here. I don't know if they would say too much more that's interesting.
Perfect. All right.
A lot of the same stuff.
All right. Since these guys seem a little bit more gruff, I want to say, it's been a while since I've been in Neverwinter. I hear that Stoneman is picking up some new men. You guys heard anything about that? Do I can jump on that ship, I guess? Know where they hang out, or?
They sort of scoff and like, yeah, we've heard all about that. Some of us have tried applying for or tried getting a job under him, but really seems to favor out-of-towners. You really want that job.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cushy.
Well,
Where did he get rejected so I could give it a try? I'm not exactly as big as you guys, but I have that out-of-towner charm, so.
yeah,
maybe
they
I have
look
a
at
better
your
chance.
slight form, your very tiny form compared to these sailors, and they're like, all right then. And they point you to a tavern, the Protector's Enclave. Let me pull up a tavern name generator. Fantasy name
yes.
generator, help me out.
Full information.
Man, I forgot how funny some of these are.
Just name them Trailerine Somniferum.
Oh, there's one here, the Groovy Bird Pub.
Yeah.
That's
Wait,
where
hold on,
that's where the tough mercenaries
that
hang out.
slaps. That
Yeah.
slaps.
Yeah, it's called the Groovy Bird Pub.
Alright, get some,
Frequented a lot by travelers, those passing through Neverwinter, and merchants and anyone else coming to sell in the markets of the Enclave.
Okay. That is a point of interest I gotta let Hella know about. Okay. Alright. I joke around with the Silos a little bit more about that, saying, yeah, don't count me out just because I'm skinny, You can
What
pay
if-
me less, but I'm better than most of those men in there.
One of them gives you like a hearty clap on the back, and you're left kind of wheezing.
I think I'm happy getting more used to that after Hello, slapping me around as much as she does. God, speaking of cash, I need to unload some things. I haven't seen him around. Where's Foxglow's dog, Blackblood?
Hmm. There's, I think, sort of a hearty laugh at that, and they go, "Oh, Blackblood? Oh, he cleared out of town months ago. Got caught for his crimes. Got the hell out of Dodge. Uh, sort of become a bit of a laughing stock."
Ah, well, that sucks. I guess he had it coming to him, right?
With his list of crimes, yeah. Needs
Guess he can only get too far.
not an probably hasn't done an honest day's work in his life.
I mean, I've seen him a couple of times. He's a little too small to do anything like that, so makes sense.
Right.
then,
Sure.
Marcus lifts his glass. Here's to Blackblood, wherever that little bitch is.
They sort of laugh off the toast, but they drink anyways, although they don't join in the toast specifically.
Alright. Can I just roll something really quick to see how well I did in the game? Because
Yeah.
that's all my questions.
Yeah, go ahead and just roll a straight D20.
Alright, cool. 14.
14? You did alright. You, we'll say you essentially broke even.
Alright, and say, well, boys, this game's getting a little too rich for me. Thanks for the laughs. Hope you guys have a nice night.
Yeah, thanks for the drinks.
Anytime.
By this point, they are much drunker.
Not bad. And, I'm gonna leave after getting some additional info and getting my mind off of things a little bit. And, head back to the warehouse. I also feel, as Marcus is passing along, he's hitting up all the little stands and whatever else and looking at the shops, all little things. Yeah, and then heading back.
It's nice being back in Neverwinter, especially this part of town. There's a lot of nostalgia. Though there's a lot of little ways that Neverwinter has changed. Let's sort of catch you off guard. But overall, Neverwinter seems to be the same. But you return back to the warehouse. And is there anything else anyone wanted to do? Or unless there was anything you wanted to do still?
I don't know if Hello is out and about or if she already went to bed or whatever else.
Well, Moss went to the bathroom.
So Hello's in the bathroom, okay.
But
that's it for me. I'll just pass along the info.
Yeah. Well, shoot. I was going to do something with Hello, and then Moss walked away.
Short stretch break.
Yeah. We'll take a short break as you need it. And if there's anything anyone wants to do before heading to bed, of course, let me know. Heading to bed in game, I should say. Is Sedge around?
What's up?
Where's
Hello?
Sedge right now? Yeah.
You took the cloak, the hat from Sedge, so Sedge is back in the warehouse.
Okay. Marcus walks in, puts down his hat. What is Sedge doing, in the warehouse? I'm just kind of curious.
Probably writing in his own diary.
In his little room, or just out in the general living area of the warehouse?
I think Sedge was probably waiting up for you. Because life debt. He has to make sure that you. But also because you're his. Y'all are friends. We're friends. Weirdly, still.
He's admitted it.
He's admitted it. Marcus crosses his hands together. He walks over and goes, "Sedge, you did a bad thing."
What did I do? It's very late, Marcus. Are you drunk?
A little bit, but I'm sober enough to tell you. How do I say this? I just went out to get some general info, and it looks like in one of your little escapades, someone saw you, didn't they?
Sedge actually blushes in embarrassment, and he says,
Come on.
Someone may have seen me.
Come on, man. You gotta be more careful than that.
I honestly wasn't thinking.
It's cool. It's cool. I have knowing where you were. I'm sure there was a lot going on, but I mean, word of it made it all the way over to the Blacklake district that someone was poking around the old house, and there's talk that it might have been you. So I think that kind of confirms things. All I'm saying is you got to be a little bit more careful because you're a little bit more on the radar now.
Well, I have no one to blame but myself, I suppose.
Is what it is. You know what? It's cool. It's as it stands right now. It's just rumors.
Marcus, can I be frank with you?
When aren't you?
Fair point. Is this the voice I usually use for Sedge? I don't fucking remember.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Okay. Part of me, Marcus, just wants to get
I
it
am
over
back.
with.
Welcome back.
What did I miss?
We're in the conversation between Sedge and Marcus at the moment.
A part of me just wants to get it all over with and just face the people who I wronged, who I let down. Not you or Blossom, of course, or Helu, or Ylif. Really just... What good was all of this? And I gesture to myself, like the full paladin regalia. If I couldn't keep Father Augustus safe, I can barely keep you safe on a good day.
Well, that's more my own fault.
I'm glad you do recognize that.
Who exactly do you have to apologize to?
The people of what area is that?
The Protector's Enclave is where his house is in. Though Augustus primarily worked in the River District. Though I think probably his temple would have been in the Enclave.
The people of the River District who relied on Father Augustus for his wisdom and his charity.
I don't see. I'm not catching your drift here. Why exactly do you have to apologize to them? Just to point it out here, I'm your lawyer. I know for sure you didn't kill the guy, so.
My lawyer, yes. Maybe it's just the sense of duty that I just need to make things right no matter where I go.
I can understand that. Well, you can hold on to your sense of duty, but I think this whole idea of you having to apologize to someone is, a little misguided. Yeah, the Father Augustus was taken away from Neverwinter a little too soon, but you had no part in that. At the end of the day.
I still feel like I could have done way more than what I did, which is get poisoned and let him just get murdered right in front of me.
Well, not to kind of borrow from what Aleph was saying before, but especially in your situation here, there's no point in dealing in what ifs.
Yes, I suppose I should tell you. Well, you already know, but I did go back to Father Augustus's house today.
Mhm.
And it was rather eye-opening. I guess Sedge does put did have like the little like stuffed dog thing, whatever the fucking teddy
Mhm.
thing, on the table next to him, and he puts down his fancy pens and stuff, and it's just like I grabbed a few things from my old room, and I think I really want to focus. Apart, knowing that Pell is okay, knowing that he's okay. I think I want to focus a little bit more on who did this.
I think that's a great idea. I really do. It's
Gives me
also
something to focus on, for one.
no, of course. No, that makes complete sense. If you as weird as this sounds, if you ever want to talk to someone about all this, I think you should talk to my wife.
Is that a wise idea?
Yeah, of course. I mean, my wife absolutely loved the guy.
Your wife?
Angelica.
Okay, I got confused because you said you love the guy. And I was like, what?
And yeah, well, Marcus is basically saying, I can see that Sedge is kind of treading down memory road, and Marcus can only go so far. So I think that someone who can relate to what Sedge is feeling right now in that loss would be his wife. So he's saying, if you ever want to talk about Father Augustus, you might want to consider talking to her.
Thank you, Marcus. That's very kind of you to recommend.
Just a suggestion. Yeah.
No, there's. I'm sure Angelica heard about it from her side of the river as well.
Of course, yeah. But I mean, from what, uh, well, yeah, you have to remember. I think, Ike. I don't know if you remember, but Angelica did work with Father Augustus.
Yeah. Shit, I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
Thanks for telling
I
me.
just started apart there. Yeah, that's more or less what I meant. But um, from what I did hear about him from her, which was a lot. It really makes me think that maybe the last thing he would want from you is to feel like you owed him or anybody else in this city something, right? I mean, the way that she described him, it really seemed like he walked around doing what he was doing, not expecting anything, not
He
wanting
never
for anything.
expected anything. He never expected anything in return. He did it out of the goodness of his heart. And
Exactly.
the type of person who could kill him that way, I don't know what type of person they were, but whoever they are my sworn enemy at this point. Next, Marcus, you are my main priority, keeping you safe. And I will see to that to my best ability. But make no mistake, I will be hunting for this person. And I have a favor to ask of you.
Of course, go ahead.
If you see me stray too far, and if you think that I'm getting a little too obsessed with this, I want you to tell me. I can't let this consume me.
Okay. Got it, bud. I can do that. I'm not exactly the brightest when it comes to what's moral or not, but I think I could I think I could see that coming.
Thank you, Marcus. Yes, I got a few effects from my old room, and my diary that I put all my more personal thoughts in, of course. It's been a while since I was able to be so emotional on paper. I'm
Mhm.
far more clinical when I write to my parents.
I've seen that your little short story that you send them every other week.
Yes, the manuscript.
Yeah, I
Um,
can.
I I do think I will be retiring for the night, though. Once again, thank you, Marcus.
Oh, not a problem, man. Anytime. If you need any help with all that tracking down stuff, let me know. I can get the Riverettes to look into anything you need.
Thank you.
Okay. Remember to keep your helmet on next time.
Yes, that is not something I will be forgetting anytime soon.
Good, good. All right. Have a good night, man.
Night.
And then after that, I don't know where Helu is. Probably in her room. I kind of want to knock there, pass along some things.
You can knock on the door. Hello, are you going? Do you answer the door? Bones, you are muted. Moss, you are muted.
Sorry, I forgot I was. I was sneezing very hard. Because I totally want my rapid fire sneezes on this recording. I think Helu was very engrossed in writing in her own journal, so Marcus knocking. I think Marcus heard the slap close of a book.
Damn.
Um, out of surprise, just like, fuck yes. Hello. What? Who is
Can I
it?
come in? It's me.
It's like 5 solid seconds of silence. Come in.
Hi.
Just like a mom, like, hi, honey. How are you?
Yeah, I feel like I'm
What,
running
what
into
do you
like
want, Marcus?
some girl
Get out
like
of my
15,
room! I'm
16.
playing Minecraft.
You don't understand me.
It's not a phase, Mom.
My
Tonight will
Chemical
be the
Romance
night
is a
that
good
I will
band.
fall for you.
It is a good band. I'm
I
wearing
know.
my
I'm saying it
Hold
is
on.
a good
I
band.
have
but,
I
like,
have like one more big thing I'm gonna get through tonight, so I'm sorry
Yes.
to like cut this off.
I don't know.
Okay.
ugh,
I will go to the bathroom really quick as well. BRB.
Yes. Hello.
Hey, sorry to bother you. I just I was in town doing some info gathering, getting some air. I found out some things that I think you might be interested in that I just wanted to pass along to you.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, just heard some things. Follow some leads. Stoneman is over the past couple of weeks has been hiring some more mercenaries from out of town. They're here to hire influx, and they're looking for something. As far as I can know, not a lot of people in town know what. They're causing some trouble, but I was able to find where they're holed up. It's this tavern in the Protector's Enclave. It's called, I look at a piece of paper. What was the silly name for it again?
The Groovy Bird Pub.
The Greavy Bird Pub. Yeah, I definitely wasn't drunk when I wrote that. That's definitely the name of the place.
All right. Well, now we know where to avoid going.
True. I mean, yes and no. If you want to get back at Stoneman, find a way in. That's probably your best bet.
Find. Hold on. Are you suggesting what are you saying that we go to this tavern and become mercenary employees to Stoneman?
No. I was saying we can go there and get some more information, where Stoneman might be, where he usually hangs out. So any other important information. I'm just saying if you ever wanted to do anything with Stoneman, or if you want to get ahead of things, that's one place to look.
And I would leave the talking to you. I'm going nowhere near Stoneman's goons. Not until there's a more, I don't know, plan of attack or legal
Oh, of course.
bullshit.
Hey, fine by me. Just wanted to give you some additional cards to work with, Information is power. So.
DM, would
Yes.
besides Hello, would there be anything like something else that Stoneman has so prized that could have gone missing? That would have, mercenaries out in force.
So, I think normally I would have you roll a history check. However, knowing Halu, would Halu be able to think past the anxiety to be able to think of anything like that?
I'm gonna roll a wisdom saving throw. If it's above a 15, then I'm gonna say yes. Oh, holy fuck, I got a 13 for a 16.
So, you have like that momentary flash of panic of, oh no, he's looking for me. And then there's a little like voice of reason in the back of your head that cuts in, and go ahead and make a history check.
Okay. God, come on.
That goes, no, there might be something else.
15?
15? It's possible that you can't think of specifically what. It's possible.
Okay.
So yeah, I think there's a high chance the mercenaries might just be looking for you, but if it's anything else, they might be able to find out what it is by going there. Or I could take a look around. Just wanted to make you aware of that Stoneman has people lurking about.
Right. Yeah.
Could also be a place to sow misinformation. That's a fun activity. I always like doing that.
I'll leave that to you.
Say like, hey, I saw Helu at a rave over by Waterdeep or something. I don't know.
Not Waterdeep. Nowhere near Waterdeep.
Oh, that's right. My bad. Somewhere else. Somewhere far away.
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate. There we go.
I heard there's a place called Ecos, maybe?
Hey,
So,
y'all hear
sounds
about-
exotic.
did y'all hear about that kingdom on the Arbosite Peninsula? Shit, I heard Helu was tearing it up in Emermont City.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, I think Helu would nod in sort of like a thank you for letting me know, but still very like broody, goth teenager, like don't talk to me. But I think once Marcus leaves, I think Helu would start like writing down like on a new page like lists of things that Stoneman could care about more than Helu.
All right. You begin to do so. Other than that, unless there's anything else anyone wants to do, I think you all turn in for the night.
Yeah.
That's ominous as fuck.
I want it. No, I'm kidding.
You all turn in for the night, and It's been a day for all of you. I think no, I'll have that be in the morning for Iliv's response.
My what?
The response to the voicemail you left.
Oh, okay,
That'll be
okay,
in the
okay,
morning.
okay. Okay, okay, okay.
But hello.
Mm-hmm.
I think you fall asleep trying to write that list.
Mhm.
I think in writing that list, the anxiety creeps in, takes hold, and you go to sleep with that anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you have a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's replaying the past year, essentially. The last time you left Neverwinter, well, your life growing up in Neverwinter, the last day you spent there, all the battles you've fought, all the times your friends have fallen, the time you nearly fell, and then in sharp clarity, you waking up to your brother missing, to Lycan missing. There is the Blossom falling unconscious in sharp, sharp clarity. The fight against the dragon. And I think it leaves you feeling horrible. All these horrible things that keep happening to you and your friends that you can't seem to get away from. What is... You tell me, what are more of the intricacies of what Helu is feeling?
A strange sense of powerlessness. She's used to being the strongest of the party. She's used to taking the hits. She's used to fighting animals that are not that much bigger than her. She is a very, very small fish in a very, very big pond. And there's a little regret about meeting the party. More so, however, the naturally shying away from hurt, from learning of Marcus's betrayal, of Blossom falling unconscious, of if I wasn't here, Renan and Lycan probably wouldn't have been kidnapped. A lot of that.
All right. I think as you focus on the Ronan and Lycan being kidnapped, you sort of replay the dragon fight again and again and again. Was there something maybe you could have done, something that maybe could have happened, something to be able to stop that, to be able to wake up the next morning and still have your brother, still have your friend, and then the dream sort of, the nightmare sort of stops and freezes, and there's a still image of the dragon, the black diamond in its chest, very, very much on display. And there's a voice. It's not your own. That says, "Weak. You feel weak, don't you?"
I'm not. Shut up. I'm not weak.
But
I
your
don't feel that way.
but your brother is gone, and you think you could have done something.
I could have. I could have stayed up with him.
And then the scene shifts, and it's the fight with the orcs at Falcon's Lodge. You enlarged, and Fen dead. And the voice says, "But here you were, all the power in the world, and Fen, fallen Fen."
That was different.
Was it?
Yes, he didn't stay behind me.
And then it moves to the loggers' camp. Marcus sitting by Fen's body, you still reeling from everything that happened. And all of a sudden, Fen's awake. Sure, maybe he didn't stay dead. But it was Marcus who brought him back. You couldn't do anything.
So? Magic's weird. I don't know what Marcus did.
And then it moves to the scene in the academy with Blossom sitting in a chair, the headmaster of divination casting the legend lore, and you watch as it casts the spell. And from your perspective, it was the spell touched Blossom, and suddenly Blossom was unconscious, and there was panic. But yet here she was. Yet again, you couldn't do a thing.
I think now tears are streaming down Helu's face, and her voice wavers. I couldn't protect her.
And then it moves to the scene earlier today of her reappearing, hale and whole, except the mark, her one hand stuck in winter. And the voice says, "And she returned all on her own, of her own power. And what were you doing here in Neverwinter?"
Sulking like a child.
What do you want, Helu?
I want my friends safe. I want my family safe. Why did you take my brother? Give him back.
And the scene shifts back to the dragon with the gem in its chest. As the voice says, "Even a dragon needed power." What will you do?
And Helu. What do you want?
I think the question is, what do you want? Because I can give many things. Do you want the power to protect your friends? I can give you that. Do you want revenge? Then come and seek it. But you've seen what I can do. And I've seen what you can do.
Will you let my brother go? I asked you a question. Will you let my brother go?
If you, in return for power?
Yes.
I don't see why not.
He comes back. He comes back to the prime material. Not a scratch on him.
Take the gem, Hello.
Hello reaches up and ever so gently, hesitantly presses the flat of her palm onto the gem.
There is a cold so sharp it burns. The gem disappears from the dragon's chest in this image, and there is a sharp pain in your right at the base of your neck, right around your collarbone. And then you wake up. And I think the dream isn't very clear. It's left foggy and distant, and the details slip through your fingers every time you try to grab it. But you remember the pain. And with that, everyone gains the benefit of a long rest. And in the morning, there is a message left for you, Eilif, from Chandria.
I go. First off, how obvious are the crystals on the neck?
I think we've established that you all don't sleep in the same room. I think you all sleep in, like, the individual rooms you've claimed for yourselves.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, what is the message
Uh,
that I've been left, and I'm gonna have to leave another one?
well, maybe. You don't know yet.
I'm saying my passive perception of 19 says otherwise.
Yep. But you get the response from Chandra is, I'm aware of the mark. I saw it when she awoke. For now, continue as normal. The Queen of Air and Darkness will always have her ways. I didn't sense anything malicious or immediately harmful from it. But her deals always have a way of turning themselves against the bearer. But continue as
Great.
normal. Hello, kitty. Thank you, kitty. That's what you get.
Great. Great. Oh. I go out into the general like fucking breakfast area. I don't know. I'll
It's
start
sort of-
making breakfast.
It's like the main warehouse room that you've all sort of turned into like the pseudo living space.
I'm probably like one of the first people awake. I'll go start making breakfast.
Yeah. What's everyone else doing as you collect into the sort of central space?
I think Sedge is like second awake. He wakes up pretty early too. Probably has like his morning tea or whatever like that. Helps Ylith with the breakfast.
As we're making breakfast, I do like look at Sedge and I'm like, how are you doing?
What do you mean?
We're back in an area that you lost someone important to and a whole community turned against you. I'm asking how you're doing.
Yeah. That's fair. I suppose I could be doing better. But, well, I visited. What I didn't tell you yesterday is that I went to go visit Mother Augustus's house.
I figured.
Some thinking between you and me, had a good cry.
Yeah, oh no, I understand that. I mean, you saw me break down, so.
And Marcus and I had a chat when he got back from wherever he went, and feeling a little bit more, not hopeful, but determined.
That's good.
Certainly not moping around again. Doesn't suit me well.
I mean, you weren't moping, you were grieving.
Certainly not sitting around grieving, because once again, it doesn't suit me well. I'm very much an action-oriented person.
I don't think grieving suits anyone. Sedge.
Be that as it may, I'm doing better than better than when we left. Better now that we found Pell.
Yeah, because
just better in general.
I'm glad. I don't know the exact pain that you're feeling, but I know what it's like to suddenly lose someone.
It definitely isn't the greatest feeling in the world. Especially in those unexpected, clumsy ways.
Where one different choice, one different step, they could have been here instead of you.
Exactly.
And sometimes you think it should have been them.
It certainly feels that way some days.
But I understand if you need someone to talk to about that stuff without feeling like you're adding a burden that someone doesn't know onto their shoulders.
No, it's less burdens I'm worried about, and not that it's bad, but people not understanding and then being pitied over it is an unpleasant feeling.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, you'll get sympathy instead of pity from me. So I feel like we've both had enough pity with in regards to our tragedies.
That listen, if we had a drink, I would drink to that.
I pull out the bottle of wine!
It's too early for wine.
A sip of wine?
Marcus opens up the front door.
If you gotta pull out the OJ and champagne.
Yeah, for what?
We gotta have mimosas.
Gotta be classy with the brunch alcohol.
That or tomato juice and vodka. Either one works.
Ugh.
I don't have those in my bag of holding. I have 100-year-old wine.
Use some of the warehouse whiskey.
Oh my god. I grab some of the warehouse whiskey and I'm like, do you want to have the most shitty morning decision possible?
Absolutely not.
Okay. I didn't want to either, but if you said yes, I'd go through with it.
I feel like
I hold up my tea. I will drink with this. That's all to say.
Damn, such getting turned. I feel like Marcus walks through the front door. After that, I feel like he's up before anybody else. He walks in. There's like a gaggle of river rats behind him. You know, he's got some bangs under his eyes. I don't think he slept a lot, so he just went to go get bagels and stuff for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, he's just got like some river rats behind him carrying some things, some juices and whatever else. He's kind of laughing along with them, joking around. You know, he walks in with the bagels and he's like, guys, you got to see what this kid can do. Hey, and I point to one of the kids like, hey, show him that thing you do.
Oh fuck! You're gonna make me come up with a fucking party trick on the spot, you motherfucker. No, what does he do? Let me let you come up with a fucking party trick.
Ah, come on.
No, absolutely not.
You know how kids do little weird things.
Him.
You know how kids do little weird things. Come on, you got this, Ray.
You know what he does? He takes a thing where he picks up like a very straight stick, kind of like pencil straight, and he does the thing where he like waves it up and down to make it look like it's a bendy fucking
Oh
pencil.
my god.
I didn't know the river rats had wizards, but isn't that
May the
fucking cool?
gods help us all if they do.
I just plopped down the bagels. I scruff some of their little heads and send them on their way. I pick up the stick for like a second and try to do it too, but I somehow can't do it like them. So I just drop it on the floor. Eat some bagels.
He just like looks kind of full of himself in that moment, and you guys get bagels as they're passed around.
Fantasy bagels.
I don't want to live in a world where fantasy
Um,
bagels be like thing.
When does Hello appear?
I think probably after doing the makeup, just in case they got a split. You know, gotta be prepared and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dressed, makeup on. Trudges out, probably sees Bugsy and immediately like turns around to go back into the room. But it's probably like beckoned over by the others and sits as far away from Bugsy as possible.
I give an everything bagel to Bugsy, and I'm like, hey Bugsy, that's her favorite. Go give it to her.
Oh my god.
Now I'm tempted to make everything bagel something she hates.
Exactly. I'm trying to set up Bugsy.
The only thing Stoneman's ever fed her was everything bagels.
Oh.
He walks over. Morning, sunshine. How you doing?
There's
I
like
love that.
obvious bags underneath Hellu's eyes, even though
Bugsy
it's
just
covered.
goes, you get some new bling on your chest there?
Is that visible? Because
no? Hellu's wearing like her whole ensemble.
which I believe means that area of your body is
covered.
obscured.
Oh, thank fuck, Bugsy can't stare at it.
Just like looks very tired and very stressed out.
Lou,
What?
are you okay? Bugsy, shut up. Are you okay, Hellu?
If
We're
my
in
queen is
Neverwinter.
exhausted, I will get her a cup of coffee.
I go over to Bugsy and cover the kid's mouth and just start walking backwards. I'm just like, we're gonna go somewhere else. We're gonna go somewhere else, kid. We're gonna go somewhere else.
Get that coffee, Bugsy.
Shoots Ilif a very thankful look.
I shoot a you owe me. I'm about to have to deal with this child look.
We'll conveniently ignore that part of the look. We're in Neverwinter. Why wouldn't I be? Just quietly goes back to eating their bagel.
And mind link with Marcus. Does she look worse than usual?
Mm,
Stop talking about me inside your brains.
Not talking about you inside of our brains.
So
Anyway,
back to what we were
Marcus.
discussing.
And I'm prepared to go in.
Yes, and I love how we went in the same direction with that.
So any halluce trauma.
back to our secret room. I think so. Honestly, that might be because I talked to her last night. So maybe
you
that's it.
You talked to me last night as well. I don't look like. Oh, I don't look like
Got run over by a carriage.
the world's certainly on my shoulder anymore.
Well, you know, I
Can I roll an
I
insight
think-
check?
Yeah, you can roll an insight check.
Teehee.
I don't think Helu is as, you know, as psyched to see me as you might be. So maybe that's it. That's just Marcus' conclusion. He doesn't know about the dream or anything. So I'm just like,
That was a 16? What is... No, 17. Sorry, I'm reading that wrong. It's dark in my room. For a 18?
Helu looked like she got a bad night's sleep. Like she didn't sleep very well last night.
okay.
Helu, I just asked because it looks like you didn't get restful night's sleep. Did you need, like, I have some calming teas, anything that might make you feel a little bit better?
Hold on.
I could bring in one of the river rats. I know it's a cool trick.
No, no more of the river rats, Marcus.
Okay, damn.
I'll
Oh,
take
so I
the
can't
tea.
do my cool juggling trick with the tarantulas?
I am coming your.
Absolutely not.
That sounds sweet though.
No.
Hold up 3
This
jars of
is
tarantulas.
the player with the spider phobia.
You guys look over in time to see. All right, is it better or worse if I have Oscar eat spiders?
Better.
You look over in time to
Pest
see
control.
one leg like disappearing into Oscar's mouth. And he's like, "Oh, those were for a trick."
No, eat them. They're eat them. Please, for the love of God. I
Sorry.
will take the tea.
Gotta rescue another spider from the river.
Yeah, Bugsy's just like the guy who says the last line in the sitcom for real. Oh my gosh.
It's like the Seinfeld opening plays, the Seinfeld
Yeah.
thing plays, and Bugsy just like walks through the door.
Yeah, it's fucking Bugsy. Everybody hates Chris outro just rolls on after he says that.
But yeah, Helu would take whatever tea Sedge offers and just quietly, pensively. At this point, like, can't even try, honestly, to hide, you know, the sour mood, but is also trying to keep it as contained as possible.
I mind link with Marcus again, and I say, do you think it's one of the, like, a teenager thing?
Helu is in her rebellious phase.
Don't
You
worry.
got
Let me- let me-
Isla is outside or like in another room,
Uh.
fully having like a sit down consent conversation with Bugsy.
Thank you.
You know,
Like putting the
Marcus,
fear of their 20 strength and chef's knife into this child.
Good. That's
Big-
hysterical.
Big difference between charismatic but otherwise stiff breeze could push him over Marcus and 20 strength Ylif with a fucking sword and shield bullshit.
And a 9 charisma with their great sword on their back. Just you are not going to do this. Halu has expressed the fact that she is not at all comfortable with what you're doing, and how you're talking to is treating her like she's a sack of potatoes that's very tasty to look at. So either shut the fuck up and learn that no means no, or I am going to stab you and cook you alive.
Hold up, I gotta use that. You look like a sack of potatoes. It's real tasty to look at.
I
Doesn't want the
don't.
bagel or the coffee.
Hey, girl, are you a sack of potatoes?
I'm not going to even have you roll intimidation. That is like a
Because I
minimum.
want to mash you.
That is like a minimum 18, 19 on intimidation to a
Wait,
fucking preteen boy.
wait, I'm about to text Charlotte that.
And Bugsy was a part of the party and this happened.
I'm about to text Charlotte. Hey, girl, you a sack of potatoes?
You looking tasty as hell.
Please tell us her response.
Because I can prepare you so many ways.
Oh,
What?
yo, like that. Let me write that down. Write that down. Write that down.
That's awful.
Freaking soul tummy pin!
I am half expecting to get a message. I'm joking.
Oh my god. Marcus does think about what Sedge says. He's like, interesting point. I have been a teenager now twice.
Oh, this is gonna end so poorly.
I look over at Hello. Now I want to roll an insight. Now that Sedge has me thinking about it.
Yeah, you can roll an insight.
Cool.
Again, Hello
Oh,
is not trying to hide the sour mood, but just trying to keep her ire contained.
It's natural 20 for me this time.
Natural 20.
I don't really know what he'd get because again, Hello hasn't mentioned anything.
Would there be any wincing?
I think absent-mindedly scratching, because she's wearing a scarf that can sort of again double as more of a cowl, but it's I think absent-mindedly, when you wake up, there's the absent-minded wake up scratch. It's that, but more intense. It's constant. It's not just I'm itchy, disassociate and scratch the itch. It is itching over and over and over, not really leaving that particular area alone for very long.
Kind of stimming with a new thing on your neck.
Yeah, that's actually a really good way to put it, but a little destructive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Marcus is gonna clock this, but I don't think he's gonna say anything right now. He's not gonna make it a public thing. He's just gonna wait and see. So he looks at this, he clocks it. He mind links back to say he's like, yeah, definitely teenager stuff. And after that he's like, hey, hello. I don't know what you guys think, but Marcus is saying this thinking, Hello's not having the greatest time here right now. So he's like, we still have to hear back from, the Suns. It might take a little while. Maybe it's worth heading back to Phandalin, chilling out for a while until we hear from them.
Yes, that sounds great. Let's do that. Let's leave.
Yes, actually, I'm in agreement as well. I do have a request, Marcus.
Mhm.
If you could get the your river rats. That's still a very odd way of putting it, by the way, of calling them. I do want more information on something that Bugsy told me about. The comic from the Whisper of the Thief of 1,000 Rumors. I'd like one of those, and also, listen, that's some prime Sedge backstory stuff right there.
Oh, really? Okay. Sorry, I thought you were sending me up like I have some info to. I thought you were gonna like find something deep, and you're like, can you have them find me a comic?
No, that and see what they can find out about the night Father Augustus died.
Oh. Okay. Oh, Bugsy's just over there in the room, looking a little pale.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, I
at
have
this
not
point-
come back out of the room yet.
Oh.
Bugsy, come in here.
I lean forward and I'm like, and you know what you're going to do the second you get out of this room? You're going to go to Halu and apologize. And then not talk to her again. Okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. I won't do anything rude again.
Good. And then I push him out of the room.
Scurries
Yeah.
over to Helu. And just like does a bow at the waist. I'm sorry if I was ever rude to you or made you feel uncomfortable. Have a good day. And he runs away without looking. And then goes to Marcus. What do you need from us?
You good, man?
I'm good. I'm great. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm having a fun
yeah.
day.
Listen, man, you're all the way up here. I need you down here, okay?
Okay.
Okay? Alright. Breathe. Alright? You're huffing and puffing like a dog in a river, alright? So let's just...
I gotta rescue myself. And he dives out a window.
wait, come on. Idiot. Yeah, Bugsy!
What?
Sedge had a request for you. Come over here. Let him ask you what he needs to ask and see if you can help him
Runs
out.
back in through the window he jumped out of.
And also get some of the kids to get a new fucking window.
I go over.
I
I grab like my blanket and I just like tack it up there temporarily, like rubbing your face. Like, oh my god!
I didn't know Hella was a carpenter.
What?
I just hang it. It's flapping, and if there's even a slight breeze, it just goes. Shows everyone in the room.
Sedge had some requests for you, so ask him what you need to ask him, Sedge.
Yes. What we talked about first time, the Thief of 1,000 Rumors and Whisper of the Shadows, the comic. I would appreciate if you could get me one of those comics that you told me about.
You want a new print or first edition?
Get me the first edition. Let's start from the beginning. And there, a couple of months back, I'm sure you remember Father Augustus's death.
Oh yeah, it was a shame. He was real nice.
I need you and your compatriots to find out everything about the night that he died. Everyone who was in the river district, every suspicious person, every pebble that dropped, and every bug that was squished, if you can.
I'll have to double check. There were a lot of dogs being rescued from the river that
Oh
night.
my god.
Oh my god!
Someone
Oh,
needed
this is
to
blowing
keep
out
it
of proportion.
distracted. Be that as it may, I would like you to try your best on this endeavor. Please. I can pay you handsomely for whatever information you dig up.
Aye, sir. I'll get my best guys on it.
Thank you, Bugsy.
And he jumps out the window again.
God damn it. Is it the same window?
It's the same window.
Alright, good.
Oh, it'd be funnier if it was a different window.
The blanket like tears and
There's not
fucking
a lot
goes
of
with him.
accessible windows for a 9-year-old in this building. It's
I
this
feel
one
like-
window or the door, and the window is more epic.
I feel like when Bugsy jumps out the window again, the blanket rips, so he's just running down the street with Helu's blanket, looking like a weird fucked up ghost. Ooh.
It's too funny. Oh god, sometimes
But
I
with-
worry about that kid.
But with Bugsy dipping out, and it seems like you all are discussing potentially returning to Phandalin, though Ilith's second time ever there. Is this a good place to leave it, or did you guys want to? Or is there any other roleplay you guys wanted to finish
I
up?
wanted to have a conversation with Isla before we left for the night.
Yeah.
Ah!
All right.
I think after Blossom did her trance, probably like went to bed at like 8 or 9, and then woke up in the middle of the night and just laid in bed thinking about everything that's happened. And then realizing that she needs someone to ground her for this. Like someone who won't hold back. And knows the severity of what she's done, like fully.
Mhm.
And so she spends the rest of the night just thinking about how she's gonna talk to Ilith about this. And then when she hears Bugsy jumping out the window a few times, she decides that's her moment.
Did she jump in the window?
Jumps in and out of the window. And she goes to Ilith's room and just knocks. Ilith, can we talk?
Sure.
Can I come in?
Yeah,
I'd
sure.
rather this be just between you and me.
Sure.
You're from the Feywild, and you inarguably have the most experience with trickery of the Fey and the extent of deals that can go wrong. And you, out of all of us, understand most the severity of a deal with an Archfey, and how bad and extreme they can be, how manipulative and malicious.
How much of a colossal fuck up you've made?
I assume you've already messaged or sent a message to Lady Chandria.
Yeah, she already knew, so I just got advice on, and the advice was to act as is normal.
Would appreciate it if you did so around the others. But I would also ask something else of you. I know I can be a little much in some situations, and I hope you've learned what my quote-unquote normal is.
That's why I was surprised it was a glitter bomb and not a fireball.
Right. So if you see any change of conscience in me in the coming months or weeks or even days, I'd ask that you intervene by whatever means you deem necessary.
Please don't ask me to do that.
Ilith, you're the only one who understands the severity of what I've done. Truly. The others know it's bad, but you know that this could break everything.
I already have to prepare to kill someone else I really care about. Don't make me promise that I'll do this if it's needed. Please don't.
I'm sorry. But I don't trust myself. But I trust you. I'll do my best to hold her back, but she's much stronger than I am, than any of us.
Are you feeling effects, or is it just...
I want to get ahead of it.
What did the deal feel like?
Cool, at first. Then just faded away to numbness. Like I was getting used to it. To the cold.
Does your hand feel cold?
Not anymore. It feels terrifyingly natural.
When you pick something up with it, can you feel it?
It felt like anything else, but I'm too scared to cast anything yet.
Cast something now.
Are you sure?
Yes. I will take out my sword and ready it in case I need to use it.
I'm gonna cast. I don't want you to just check and I'll cast. I'll summon my Shadow Blade
Okay.
and use the spell slot.
Right. First of all, roll to see if you surge.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I forgot that's a thing! That's what gets me, the fucking surge or something.
That's a 12. Let me see what my DC is. I don't think it's very high.
Did it reset from, like, sleeping? Is that how it works?
No.
Oh.
It
No.
resets
It
when it
resets-
goes off.
Yeah.
My surge DC was currently a 2, so now it's up to a 3, and I rolled a 12.
Cool. So you don't surge. But you summon your Shadow Blade. Interesting that you chose Shadow Blade. Make a perception check.
Perception?
Perception or insight. I will.
Can my passive,
Choice.
since I'm specifically keeping an eye out for it, if it's something I would be able to notice, do I get to notice it?
This is not something you'd be able to notice.
Great.
There
Great.
is something you both notice that's visible that I won't have you roll, especially with your 19 perception. But I'm allowing Blossom to make either a perception or insight on herself.
Perception 15.
Okay. As you cast the spell, whenever you cast a spell, you expend that energy within yourself to summon the power. And sometimes that power gets a little away from you and it causes a surge. You know how it is.
Yeah, that's normal.
Except when you cast it, you almost miss it. But you can feel just a little bit of the spell's energy siphoned off and away into the mark.
Uh-oh.
It's barely anything, not enough to affect the spell. Just a little bit being sent off somewhere. But what both of you do notice is that, interesting that you chose a Shadow Blade again, because as you summon it before, it was just like this blade of darkness. But now, the edge is a little bit more visible as it's outlined in a thin layer of frost.
So do fireballs become ice balls now?
You want me to
Asking a
cast
real
Fireball
question.
and find out?
Not necessarily. This layer of frost is truly not enough to affect the spell in any meaningful way. It's more just a visual effect.
I'm gonna, as soon as I see it go into the mark, I'm dismissing the spell, and pulling my glove off and looking at Mab's mark.
There's no change. Nothing different.
I'm gonna rub it, see if I feel anything.
Nope.
That was weird.
Huh?
What? When I summoned the blade, a tiny amount of magic went into the mark.
I wonder what happens when you surge now.
I guess we'll find out.
What if you cast one of the innate spells that spellcasters know, the ones that you kind of just know off the back of your hand?
I'm gonna cast message and say, like this one?
Yes, exactly like that one.
Make another perception or insight. This time with advantage because you kind of know what you're looking for.
Okay. Perception or insight, they're both the same. 18.
18. There it is again. Even the cantrip. Not even barely a blip on the radar. But yeah. A little bit being siphoned away.
It's every spell. From the smallest to the largest.
Fuck. If she...
Guess I better brush up on my shooting skills.
I mean, if you need help, I'm trained in the basics of every weapon. I have my favorites, but... If she is the one that put you in that coma and had taken your memories and is now taking your power, why is she so scared of you?
Well, there's a loose theory that I'm actually Queen Titania. And if she couldn't get rid of me the first time, I'm just...
I don't think
still in
you
her
can
way.
kill an archfey? And Jen, would I know this? Is that like...
So, generally, archfey aren't unkillable. Except, perhaps, Titania and Mab. Titania and the Queen of Air and Darkness are perhaps the only exceptions to those rules.
Hey, Blossom, you're being used as a battery.
Especially the Queen of Air and Darkness, as no one knows where her physical body is, and even her true name has long since been lost. Titania,
I don't...
Queen of Air and Darkness is especially hard to kill.
Mm-hmm. I think she senses her smell is starting to break, and it's scaring her.
Here. Do I have permission to do something a little stupid?
Sure.
I will take the hand with the mark.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a few stupid things.
Can't do any worse.
Could take the hand, but I don't want to do that. I'm gonna pull out, just a dagger. And essentially kind of just... with the tip, draw blood to make,
Just the tip?
Just the tip. Just the tip.
We're all teenagers tonight.
What are you trying to do?
Essentially, do fun and funky...
That was foul,
taking...
Cat.
taking both of her hands and essentially pricking the center of the mark and pricking the other hand and seeing if there's any actual physical differences, internal wise.
No. No differences. Blood still flows the same, looks the same from both. But the mark, I think, does heal. And it heals without any scarring, without any visible mark that it was cut at all.
I'm gonna summon my Echo.
Okay.
And it's gonna be next to me, and I'm gonna just like I have no clue if this is going to do anything. And it's like one of those things if I'm trying to have the Echo, because I know that my Echo goes somewhere else. I don't know where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
I know that it's one of those things if I'm trying to use the Echo to fuck with the mark, like not in a way of like breaking it, but essentially kind of with what happened or what I was trying to do back in the Feywild, but like with those specific sigils.
Mm-hmm.
Doing that to the mark with the Echo and kind of like I'm trying to fuck around and find out with Fey magic, essentially.
Yeah.
While fucking around and finding out with my astral sea shard of myself? Who the fuck knows?
So
Because the Echo is like not magical attacked, but it's like not magical.
yeah, so you're having the Echo repeat the same thing that you just did.
That I'm just tired of having the Echo do that and then kind of just fuck around and poking around with it.
Yeah. The Echo takes Blossom's hands from you, does the same thing. Same thing happens, like blood still flows the same, but the prick on the mark closes, seals, heals, without any evidence that it was there at all. Just seems like a magical tattoo. That may or may not be siphoning magic.
Oh, magical translucent gray image. Okay. It is magical.
Yeah.
Can I just like shits and giggles, force of will, while seeing through the Echo's eyes? I don't know, fuck around and find out, not with like poking it or anything, but full just Echo merge with Mark. Become Power Ranger.
Um,
But like it's not like I'm trying to become Mark, I'm just trying to essentially Iliff's thought process is they know their Echo is tied to wherever the fuck, or their thought process is probably is tied to wherever the fuck they went in the 6 months.
Yeah.
And it goes somewhere else, but it's like one of those like so they're pulling from somewhere, and they saw it's one of those things of their eyes have seen weird shit before. They've been on like the ley line. They've been in the ley lines, kinda, by being fucked over with Worldfall. So they're like, maybe the Echo can just kind of like see, I don't know, survival game, eagle vision, follow the yellow line.
See into the astral plane?
Not into it, but like see the tie, like roughly kind of a tie, like
yeah.
how
Yeah.
deeply ingrained it is, or something, because
I-
the Echo's tied somewhere. And Iliff's thought process is maybe I can, as I'm looking through the Echo, not fully see, but kind of start to see something, maybe.
I am going to ask 2 rolls of you then. The first is an Arcana check, and the second
dear.
is a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh dear.
Can I help with the Arcana check?
I don't think you can because this is Iliff's Echo. This is
Would
magic
I be
that you're not.
Would I be able to
entirely
help if I cast a cantrip while he's doing this?
Ooh.
Yeah, actually, yes, I like that. That's smart.
Ooh, using our brains. As I use Echoes for things they're not supposed to be used for.
As you were trying to see through Echo's eyes, and that's definitely something that you're not maybe entirely great with mentally.
I mean, not after the recent revelation, but But the
Yeah.
thing is, I was using it for months, so it's like it's one of those like even if I'm not, it's like getting on a bike after you crash. Like it's gonna be a little shaky, but you eventually get back into it.
This is mostly after the recent revelation.
Yeah. Okay, Arcana first with an advantage.
Yep.
With advantage.
We're gonna do snow tonight. That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
I rolled a 19 plus 1.
So I'll resolve that before I hear the wisdom, which is
Oh, I
that,
haven't.
which-
Okay.
Oh god. I killed Isla.
which is like use your echo's vision senses for that brief moment while Blossom casts the cantrip. The cantrip goes off, and in this moment there is, through your echo's eyes, just the like briefest little puff of magic around Blossom before a tiny little like wisp of it is pulled to the mark, where you see the mark itself seems to like reject. There's like a small aura of darkness around where the mark is, like it's rejecting any light or absorbing light, kind of in its vicinity, and the wisp gets pulled into it, and you see the darkness gradually, just ever so faintly, get stronger before it fades back to what it was before. But your wisdom save.
Could you repeat the end of that again, like one more time? I heard something. My audio processing cut the fuck out.
There is, as Blossom casts the spell, there's a wisp of magic that gets pulled into the mark. The mark itself seems to absorb light, as there's like an aura of darkness around it. And as the magic goes in, that aura briefly gets stronger before fades back to what it was before.
Great. Yeah. My wisdom save was a 6. So, whatever the fuck happens next, Isla's words as they saw that was, oh shit. So whatever the fuck happens next, that's the words they say.
You say that, you're looking, but you have all this stuff on your mind, especially after Blossom was like, I need you to do something about me if something goes wrong. That brought up a lot of feelings. The conversation with Sedge brought up a lot of feelings. And so you're kind of already in a weird mental state that when you look through your vision, through your echo's eyes, you get like, there's Blossom, and then there's also like flashes of that other place of a cage or a room made of the pieces of a mirror, and that bizarre dream space before your back, and it sort of leaves you a little unsteady in your own skin, in your own body, as you come back to yourself.
Echo's gone. Like, immediately, like, as soon as that's, like, it's gone.
Isla, is everything alright? Did something happen?
Can you just real fast tell me where we are again?
We're in Neverwinter in Marcus's warehouse. It's mid-morning and we're near the river. You can hear Bugsy rescuing a dog.
I love that
just
now
cracks.
that's a touchstone. Oh my god.
Bugsy never sleeps.
Isla fully just, like, cracks at that and starts, like, crying. It's just like, okay. Yeah. That fucking kid's is gonna grow up and, like, kill someone. Your marks got
He's going
darker.
to start with whoever keeps throwing dogs in the river.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't blame him. No, your mark, as it absorbed the magic, had a really creepy dark aura, and then got darker when it absorbed the magic, and then wasn't dark. And then I had a PTSD flashback. So the mark,
Right.
So it's taking magic going a little bit darker and then not being that. So that's not great. I can't say what's happening. I don't know that stuff. That's a like Marcus or Sedge question.
I think we all are dealing with our various things. I'm sorry I put this on you.
I'm glad that you trust me enough to do what has to happen if it has to happen.
I just feel that the others, especially Halu, wouldn't be able to do what needed to be done.
I don't know if they'll let me do it.
Then let me. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. What is it? I have something. I thought I had something.
The instant kill blossom poison?
No.
And that's what Queen Mab has now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Queen Mab has there's only one instant kill blossom potion, and Mab has it.
Mab made it.
Yeah.
Blossom, I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me.
Kill me.
You can't kill me. I imagine I have some sort of token from Nick Bottom. And I want to pull it out from deep in my pack. And it's basically a leaf and flower motif silver ring. And I want to on like a rose gold chain. And I want to hand it to Ylith. And say, take this as the form of my consent and a remnant of who I used to be if things go south.
And I'll take it.
If anything, it may help ground me. We can help each other in that aspect.
And in Sylvan on the is there anything inscribed on the ring, Kate?
Even in shadow, the brightest flowers can blossom.
Oh, is that on the outside or the inside?
It's on the inside.
Oh, that's so cute. That's so sweet. And I will put it around my neck, and you can see that like under like all my armor and stuff that there's like another chain that's probably has something similar in memento.
The grad ring from Knight University.
No, I mean they kind of like take they have to take both of them out to get them. It's one of those things if they have to take both out to get it. No, but it is a ring. Oh. And then both that and the one that Blossom gave them is tucked away. Back like under their armor and all the many layers that their fucking goddamn like
collecting
breastplate armor needs.
Just gathering a collection of rings and promises that they don't want.
Yep. The ironic thing is that might have been like the equivalent of like a hey, we'll be friends forever promise ring. We're important to each other.
Oh.
Hey, guess who that's from?
Mm.
Other person that they have now had to promise themselves that they will cut down if necessary.
Oops.
So many deals made in the last 24 hours.
Hey, at least Sedge didn't axe that of you. He just axed that of Marcus.
You told me to tell you. You didn't tell me to be like, now you must die.
You asked Marcus to be like, hey dude, chill the fuck out. You're going a
Yeah.
little far. I asked Isla to kill me if it gets too far.
Hey,
To be
Well,
fair,
let's
one
absolutely
is prompted by
kill him.
grief, the other is prompted by bitch.
Vengeance.
Before we get too off the rails, with so many deals being made between so many different things in play and so many different deals being made, I think that's a good place to leave it. So we'll pick up again next week. Are we gonna stop the recording?